Welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley.
I'm Sam Harder.
And I'm Carter Glasscock.
And today we are joined by two very special guests. First up, she is joining us all the way from the great Northwest. It's our friend
Andy Iwancio.
Yeah, welcome back to the show, Andy. And also back again for the first time since Halloween of last year. It's our other friend. He is the pride of the Bay State.
But don't worry, it'll still be a spooky appearance.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
By John Ungaro.
John Ungaro, welcome back. John helps Carter and I sometimes slaughter the British every week at trivia. So
yeah, hell yeah, man.
So
It
happy
makes
to
it
have you
a little
here.
more satisfying.
The fallen philosopher Kanye West once said, "When you try hard, that's when you die hard." But I am considering wearing a full-on George Washington Continental Army uniform because trivia is going down the night before 4th of July.
You need to dress like Mel Gibson in The Patriot. And
Yes,
but
with the hatchet.
With the hatchet and be yelling Mel Gibson things.
Yeah.
Which is not good. But
Would it be right to antagonize any other type of foreigner? In you guys' opinion?
well, okay. So I was describing the situation because Rivers won the other night and he texted me and it was something to the tune of like, "Let freedom ring. America is the best country on planet Earth."
I think I said it's the Battle of Yorktown every Wednesday.
It's the Battle of Yorktown. And I described to Carly what like goes on at the trivia nights, and she's like, "Yeah, you guys are the bad guys." because they have like 4 people on their team and we have like 8.
Nah, we usually roll around 6. That's the legal limit.
Every time you win, you should either hum Yankee Doodle Dandy or play a fife.
To be fair, it is mostly Rivers who is playing.
It's only Rivers. He's like the chaperone.
I had a feeling. He keeps inviting me. I had a feeling.
It's mostly Rivers with 7 other people around him.
yeah.
It's cute when we all try to contribute. But Rivers truly knows what's going on.
Shout out to Joe Raines and Blake Hamilton, friends of the show. They took care of the entire Game of Thrones round last week because I've never seen that show except for the last episode. So
Movies, TV, Joe's got you.
yeah, for sure.
I got to check this trivia out. That just made it sound so much more fun than I imagined it.
Hey, what's not to like? You got free wings.
There's also
people asking you questions.
Yeah.
I fucking love that shit.
also beating the shit out of noted character actors.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, shout out
Have you
What?
beaten a character actor?
Steve Little.
Rivers has.
Yeah, shout out to Steve Little from
hell yeah.
Eastbound and Down. I love your show, but you're going down.
I'm trying to take a white flag over these other tables.
I
but
did.
Rivers isn't
I
having
fucking did. I tried to make nice with the British, and they fucking they didn't have it.
Well,
They
you're also
rejected
like
it.
you're also deep in the pockets of the host. So
Well, they are too.
And also,
The British reply to his fucking emails.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
The bartender's just like, as long as you guys are having
Oh
fun.
man, shut up!
But no, that's I always imagine like trivia night's equivalent to like comedy open mic night as far as being pretty fucking annoying to the staff.
I think
Constantine. Man,
I mean-
Constantine's the best.
Constantine
I
rules.
wish the only thing I had in my life going for me was small conspiracy theories about trivia. The British, if you follow the money, the British are in the pocket of big trivia.
yeah.
You come to LA to talk about our sad Wednesday night ritual.
You've seen him when he comes in. He fist bumps. That's £1 sterling.
Well, me and John were talking about this before we started recording. But I do think that the new, it seems like trivia is a very like millennial thing to do right now. Would you guys, would y'all agree with me on this?
I don't. They didn't do it at bars when I was younger.
I mean, they did, but like, I just feel like there's like a really renewed interest in it right now.
But like, did you know of bars that did it when you were like,
Oh,
in
for
your
sure.
in your 20s?
yeah, I used to have a bit about it.
That's
Yeah,
really?
it was like, yeah, the guy in the back who's like making the cheese sticks was like, "Hey, we're gonna do a little trivia now," and then people would make fun of him in their name, and he would get pissed off.
I never heard of anything like that until I went to a shitty wing bar one night in
How does
Austin,
it stack
Texas.
up? What's the worst thing that somebody announces they're about to start? Karaoke and open mic or trivia?
Open mic, all day long. Open
Karaoke
mic
is worse because you can
No,
ignore
because
it.
open mic requires you pay attention.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
thought, that's
No,
like
'cause you-
fuck that. We are out of
That's
here.
a good point.
You can just talk over it. Karaoke, you can't. It's too loud.
It's too loud.
You can talk over karaoke for sure. For sure. In fact, some people would be like, if you could just not really pay attention to me, I just want to sing this Taylor Swift song. Like, you know, I mean, I feel like that's less attention.
The evolution that's come around most recently is like the theme trivia. It'll be like just one specific series. It'll just be like
John.
I know all about
I was going to
that.
say, this is one of the co-founders of Stonecutters, the Simpsons trivia
I did
game.
a Simpsons trivia show out here for like 8 years.
Yeah, that's right.
Fun time.
Oh, the gloriousness with which you decapitated the British with the Simpsons round when they tried to do this.
That was pretty awesome.
Oh, like Charles' head just fucking going across the goddamn bar.
That was fun.
and they immediately
Okay, Rivers, do you understand the social implications of being the guy who wins trivia every week
Yes.
and is still upset at other people?
I'm not upset.
Like you win,
social
you
implications.
win every week, but also you're mad at your opponent.
Wait, you left that out.
Sam, you got it all wrong. That's how Rivers remains number one.
That's right. There's an air of dominance every week. And
To be the guy who shows up knowing I'm going to win trivia, and if you try to fucking win trivia, I'm gonna be mad at you. I'm gonna talk about you on a podcast, motherfucker.
You win bar credit, and if you win enough bar credit, I think the plan is, Rivers, I don't mean to give away the ghost here. I think if you get enough bar credit, because they've been between owners, is to just buy Jay's bar.
Yes. Eventually.
And trivia credit.
Your bar credit saves up over weeks.
It's a little gift card.
That's
but
It's gonna be like
insane.
Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. He's earned the right to be the owner of Jay's Bar.
yeah. I pretend to be hobbled, and then I do a little roll into it, and then I just fucking whack the British in the face.
I own Jay's bar. Good day, sir.
yeah. You lose.
Let the British people into the kitchen and they'll kill themselves wanting fried food.
There we go.
I want fried conkers.
But no, Sam, you've known me for 8 years. Do you think that I didn't at least try to be social with these people? Do I not just talk to goddamn every fucking person?
Here's the thing about you is yes, you do. But if there's a sense of competition involved, you're not going to act the same way you normally do when you're talking to people.
Why would you, though? You are in
Because
competition with
you're
them.
playing bar trivia at Jay's bar.
Again,
Rivers doesn't even drink. Rivers hardly even.
I'm in it for the love of the game, baby.
This is why Rivers is number one.
Yeah, you're right.
You have to have that fire.
Like I said, shout out to Constantine. He gets me my Diet Cokes with limes. That's
Do
right.
you think Michael Jordan was nice to people? No. Famously not.
we know for a fact.
He had a
there's whole
gambling problem,
documentary.
bro.
There was a whole documentary that he had Final Cut on, and it still did not look good for him.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of Michael Jordan, your boy got 6 out of 10 Michael Jordan questions right because I fucking did some research.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
I was
And the
gonna
most fun part of going to a bar, doing the research.
Yeah.
I think that Rivers deserves his own sneaker, and it's just a croc with a picture. It's a silhouette of him putting his finger up to answer questions.
Yeah.
Okay, pun contest right now. The Water Rivers instead of Air Jordan, right?
The river sneaker.
No,
like, what
the
would it be
River
called?
Jordan. What are you talking about? Come
you're
on.
not. Your name's not Jordan.
Yeah, but it's a
Color
river.
of
But
the
Michael
color.
Jordan's name is.
It's a croc for sure.
You
Yeah.
get your own brand name. It has to fit in the Nike brand, like their whole philosophy.
The what?
And their gimmick with all their shoes and naming them Air Max or Air Jordan or something.
Air Force Ones.
Yeah, something to advertise the amount
Air
of
supply.
rebounds you will pull down in these water rivers.
If you have Air Force Ones, do you have to defend the president if he's shot at?
that's what all the
Shoes?
that's
With
what all
kicks,
the
yeah,
service
with
agents
high
wear.
kicks.
It gives you the right to tell people, get off my plane, and then you punch them right in the face.
And then they go, "Hey, that's one of the cheaper Nikes. You can't tell me shit."
Yeah.
Harrison Ford's got your back if a fight starts and you're wearing those shoes.
Rivers, would you excel in a shoe round of trivia?
No, but
Me
I
neither.
could. But if you gave me the afternoon, I could kind of figure out what the angles is going to be.
See, this is what I've gathered about Rivers is that it's like you're either like with him, it's like, and it's all of us and we're all in it together and it's great, or you're a piece of shit who is holding up the good times.
I'm gonna beat you at trivia, then go on a podcast and talk shit about you.
Most people fall in the first category.
Yeah, Rivers is a very nice guy. He's a real shirt off his back type of guy,
I think-
legitimately.
Except for pieces of shit who want to keep us from having a good
Unless
time.
you want to make him look dumber than you, then you can die.
It's not that. Let me just say this in my defense. I
Yeah.
was trying to break a little bread. I got there. I got there. I got there.
You guys want some tortilla chips?
If only they had those at Jay's.
I got there a couple. I
love how much complaining about Jay's we do on this
I know. Look, I'm trying to wrap it up.
I like
trying to wrap it up. I'm just.
we need more about our personal lives in the podcast.
I'm like trying to feel sorry for Rivers, but then I also get this vision of him making eyes with the English people and making a peace sign, but knowing that it's also an insult to them.
I also my whole thing is I know Rivers has argued with the host about an answer before.
The British,
so he's that guy also.
the British do that so much more than me, though.
The British.
Yeah,
It's like, you know how people always hate the NBA player who's complaining to the ref? I was like, I got fouled. What the hell?
Yeah.
yeah. I'll just say this.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
was
yeah.
my little moment. I got there the 30 minutes early because I wanted to eat some wings.
Okay.
Right.
And
You can't do that while playing trivia?
well, because I don't
need
want to
brain
get
power,
this shit
yeah.
on the thing, and it's a
Oh, you have
distraction.
to write it down?
Yeah, it's a pencil thing. So I
Okay.
get there early to get some wings. It's just me and the British, right? And that's it. And it's
This is also probably an issue. The fact that in your brain you refer to them as the British.
it's just one guy.
And this is 1812.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say that isn't a place that exists
Yeah.
anymore.
It's just one guy. I don't know if anyone else on the team is British, but I refer to them
So
as
you're talking
the
about
British.
Nigel and Lord Richard over there.
Yeah. And so I show up early,
And Ian.
and it would be weird if I didn't, so I fucking give him a fist bump. I'm like, "What's up, bro?" Because at this point we've been playing against each other and all this stuff, and chatted for a brief moment, and then went to my table. After the game, we smashed the British, and I'm walking to my car, and
in a non-sexual way, we
said we
smashed the
won.
British.
we
Beat plenty of other people.
Bangers
Yeah.
and mashed them.
yeah.
Yeah.
We turned them. We
They
turned
fell for the rope a dope. They fell for my fakes.
I turned his face to mushy peas. But I'm walking to my car, and the British is standing there, and he's talking to his friend, and there was an answer where we both got it wrong. The answer was cantaloupes. And as I'm walking to the car, I go,
Mysterious cantaloupe.
I go, hey, and I kind of like give him a what's up, and then his friend goes, good game, and I said, fucking cantaloupes, huh? Just trying to be a little like, yeah, we both got one wrong, and he goes,
Trying to be like, I have been thinking about this for the last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Cantaloupes, huh?
yeah, as if to say like, shit happens, right? And he goes, mate, you won by 40 fucking points. I wouldn't be worried about the goddamn cantaloupes. So I was like, that's it. It's on site, bitch. It's
what?
fuck you.
And you know what you should
So-
have done? You should have bit your thumb at them.
Oh,
Yeah.
And when they ask you, like, hey, did you just bite your thumb at me? You can say, like, I bite my thumb, but
but
not
I
at
did
you.
not at you, sir. Yeah, that's right.
I want to be clear. Did you make the peace sign at them? You just made a peace sign.
I
What were you-
did I went a one finger,
finger.
like,
Oh,
hey,
okay.
what's up, like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's,
Maybe when you said it, they could hear there wasn't a U in the cantaloupes, and they
Yeah.
took offense to that.
No.
I mean,
yeah.
I think it's definitely like, why would you bring up that you got one answer wrong?
'Cause there's 2
like,
seconds.
Like that was the thing that you were going to commiserate
'Cause they-
over.
like,
Did you know that
Instead
they
of just being like, hey, have a good night.
It's because they were standing right next to my car, and there was like a 2-second window between the time I gave them a what's up and the time I opened my door, so I could get out approximately one word, and that word was cantaloupes, huh?
I'm with you on that. You're finding like it's like an olive branch of like we both got that one wrong.
Right. Yeah, I was trying
But
to.
how did you know that they got
See,
that wrong too?
Because I heard.
I guess they announced it after.
No, I think Sal said no one got this right. So yeah,
So here's my whole thing. Why would
Yes.
you bring up something they did wrong?
because I did it wrong as well. It's like
was a
because we're all human at the end of the
But
day.
that's the thing. But you
Some of
don't-
us have the biggest brain.
But
in
you
Los
already
Angeles.
you already have beef with them. That's the thing.
yeah, but I tried to. We had the thing. We had the nice moment at the beginning, right? To have the guy
that
up.
doesn't.
That
That
He
doesn't
opened
mean
his
shit.
he opened his car and just a bunch of tea bags overflowed out of it.
yeah, exactly.
I want to hear their podcast where they talk about
boy.
Jay's Bar.
There's like a harpsichord in the back.
Welcome to Powdered Woods in the Goods.
So I'm down at Jay's pub, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And there's this
Peter.
fucking bloke there. I think his name as rivulets or something like that.
He's not that working class. You got to give him a fucking,
Right, so he's got this sort of...
Sort talks
A
like
feat
the,
sort
the
of-
queen. Yes.
Like he's like a villain.
Yes, exactly.
Does he
yes.
really talk like that?
In my head, yeah.
Everybody.
In everyone else's head, they're like, wow,
would
what a
be-
friendly man.
In my head, he's announcing the Shark Tank he's about to drop me into. Mr. Bond,
This charlatan has the unmitigated gall to bring up cantaloupes.
Yeah, there we go.
On the way back to my carriage.
Not you inciting the word. It knocked the powdered wig off my head.
Would you be willing to go do trivia at a different bar?
We did. We went to that one.
Verdugo.
Verdugo. Yeah.
How was that?
It was fine. I think what we get, like fourth or something.
Yeah, we didn't do that.
You can tell that's
Why
how
would
he's...
you go to a bar that you get fourth at?
Yeah,
when
well,
yeah,
you can buy...
Night wasted.
return.
Night was wasted.
So the quality
I
of the
said good
trivia
day.
is definitely based
Not
around
one-
how
not-
much you win.
Not
correct?
one British arch villain within the whole place.
No. If I can't beat the British, every
Just a
fucking
friendly
Wednesday, what's the point?
Mancunian guy behind the bar. He's like, right, mate, well, it's all just for fun, you know?
No, it's not. Oh, I have to fucking do this.
I say, what would happen if the boat sank from its weight and you're in the boat and you have this tremendously powerful battery and the battery's now underwater and there's a shark that's approximately 10 yards over there. By the way, a lot of shark attacks lately. A lot of shark. I watched some guys justifying it today. Well, they weren't really that angry. They bit off the young lady's leg because of the fact that they were not hungry, but they misunderstood who she was. These people are crazy. He said there's no problem with sharks. They just didn't really understand a young woman swimming now really got decimated, and other people too. A lot of shark attacks. So I said, so there's a shark 10 yards away from the boat. 10 yards. Or here, do I get electrocuted if the boat is sinking, water goes over the battery, the boat is sinking? Do I stay on top of the boat and get electrocuted? Or do I jump over by the shark and not get electrocuted? Because I will tell you, he said, nobody's ever asked me that question. I said, I think it's a good question. I think there's a lot of electric current coming through that water. But you know what I'd do if there was a shark? Or you get electrocuted? I'll take electrocution every single time. I'm not getting near the shark.
That sounds like he's answering a question about a video game. Now, do you stay on top of the boat, and then the boat, you jump in the water with the electricity? Is Jaws going to get you? Or do you stay on top?
Do you do a super jump and do you reveal a mushroom? It makes you bigger, makes you smaller.
His tactic with speech is like when I didn't know the answer on a test and I just keep writing until the bell rings.
Oh, yeah. He has a very English major approach to speeches. There's no right answer. It's just your interpretation.
Which
of
by the
answer.
electricity flowing through the water. I was reading this thing about electricity. It flows straight from the switch to the light bulb. Do we know this? I mean, like, people in the background look so like they're like staring into a corner to like be present.
So, you know why? This is outside in Las Vegas. It was over 100 degrees.
So everything he's saying makes complete sense to the audience.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, because they're all like dehydrated and they're ancient.
There's no even like point where he ends where people could be like, yeah.
Yeah, no. But he was talking about how he was like, I was talking to a boat dealer they're making him sell electric boats and they're not going to go fast because the battery's too big. And then he starts going into a thing about the shark versus the battery, but then he sides with the battery.
Very heavy, very heavy.
Even though he's making an argument
They
against
sink
electric
straight to
boats.
the bottom of the lake, which, by the way, the Great Lakes, been there, great places to see.
That's fucking amazing.
What we understand is that these days, that used to be that eels were electric, but the woke government is letting sharks become electric. This is the kind of thing that the woke left wants to happen. These electrified sharks will attack you. In Hollywood, they have a shark. It's covered in fire. It attacks people at a studio that's universal every day.
Upgrade level 5 paladin. What you need to do. These great people love these people.
I like how he
I'm
tries
a
to.
turtle. I'm swimming through these electric leaves. I keep dying.
I like how there is a thing where he just tries to throw some person under the bus that's like, yeah, they try to tell you sharks aren't dangerous these days.
A lot of shark attacks. A lot of shark attacks.
Hey, I saw a guy trying to justify it. Like,
This guy was from China. Chinese shark attack.
You know, the Democrats, they try to tell you sharks aren't dangerous
Why
anymore.
Joe.
Why wouldn't he side with it? What is told us that Trump doesn't love a good assault and battery.
I mean, I just don't get what he was even going for in that speech.
I think he started off down the road of saying that the boat dealers were concerned that electric power would be heavier than a gas-powered motor for a boat, and that sales of boats would go down. Following that logic, he then was like, what if I was on a boat? What if it was sinking? What if it was electrocuting me?
What if there were sharks?
What if there's sharks? And
what if there were sharks?
Yeah, now he does his own version of the trolley problem.
This is
What if
what
there's
you
a
would.
gigantic octopus?
Yeah.
This is what you would get if you just put a microphone in any pre-dementia old person. Because they all do a thing where they start with the point and then they get lost 3 sentences in, and then they're going to just keep talking because they don't remember there was a point in the first place.
Whenever I hear conservatives talk, especially like this, and it seems obtuse, I always read into some trans shit. And women being attacked by sharks, especially. That's me just reading too much as everything being trans conspiracy.
Yeah, it is.
Well, speaking of dementia patients, not to be outdone, we also had this from a Juneteenth celebration.
I fucking love this.
Here we go.
The president froze, everybody.
I have multiple opinions on this. Because one, yes, he is in a dementia hole right now where he can't function.
He's in a McConnell hole. He's K-holing out.
Here's my other thought. He's sort of aware enough to know that he has no idea what he should be doing right now, and that's good. It would be worse if he was trying to be into it.
It's just his battery like completely went out, and he's like getting little like murmurs of like, oh, you should look alive. You should look alive right now.
Be a person. Be a person.
He's reacting to, I think the song that I think is playing is a Kirk Franklin song. Kirk Franklin forever has songs that either sounds like he's supporting God or wants to fuck God.
Well, yeah, he's a Christian rapper, and he tries to make like new style music with whatever the current trends are, but make it about how awesome God is.
But like half the song sounds like he wants to fuck God. Anyway, all right.
He loves God so much.
These are both 80-year-old men.
Yeah.
But like Biden knows at least to not like let his stupid 80-year-old thoughts fall out of his mouth like Trump does.
They're the two kinds of really old people: the people who are really silent, and the ones who ramble. And you're like, oh, this is both
like,
bad.
Just let Pawpaw stare into the distance. Like you don't want to get Pawpaw started about electric sharks. Yeah. They'll eat you to jump out of the water. And by the way, water tastes terrible these days. I know a guy in China.
Last thing I wanted to bring up in this little section. First of all, wanted to shout out Steve, listening in Belfast, Northern Ireland. Shout out to Steve, new listener, commented on our YouTube and was like, would you shout us out? And I was like, I will, because I got one little Irish thing I want to talk about, which is, have y'all seen The Portal?
Finally tonight here, a new attraction in Manhattan is bringing people from 2 continents together. A new sculpture next to the famed Flatiron Building allows people in New York to connect in real time with people in Dublin, Ireland. Wow. It's a real-time visual bridge between the 2 iconic cities through a 24/7 live stream.
It's my new favorite thing. A Lithuanian artist named Benediktas Gilis put in basically it looks like a star. You remember the movie Stargate?
Yeah.
So it looks like that. And it's got a camera on top, and it's in the middle of New York City. And then there's another one in the middle of Dublin. And New York and Dublin can look at each other in real time.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about this.
It's great, and they had to shut it down for a little while because
people kept flashing their tits in it.
Well, Americans flashed their titties at it. An OnlyFans model did show her boobs on it, but the Irish, shout out, they were holding up their phones with pictures of 9/11. So they had to redesign it to keep people away from it.
Man, they really stuck it to us on that one.
I mean, that's very funny though.
I love that they have to redesign it to prevent it from its intended purpose.
Yeah, well, so now what it is if you get too close to it, the camera shuts off. So you have to stand back like 5 feet.
So fucking throw it away. It doesn't serve its purpose anymore.
Oh yeah, like Americans are gonna listen about social distancing.
Yeah. Also, it's like, look at Americans not being creative, like titties, and they're like 9/11.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna understand is happening here. The United States and Ireland and this portal is exactly what's happening between Rivers and the English.
That's right.
This is just another trivia night.
Hey, so far away.
You guys should.
Dire Straits said it best. So far away.
You guys should FaceTime each other during those trivia nights.
That would be fun.
You should have a portal.
You can't have your phone out, man.
Oh,
They
right,
think you're cheating,
I
bro.
feel like when you have moments where you have like a Tower of Babel thing that happens in real life. It's like, no, everyone came together, and then it all got fucked up because we're probably not supposed to all come together.
I was going to ask y'all, what do you think? Because New York and Dublin, that's strong. That's a strong one. What do you think are the two funniest cities to have portals to each other?
Put it in any Amish community. Don't even tell them you're building it. Just they wake up one day and it's there.
And it's there.
And they have to deal with it.
But who's on the other side?
Exactly. Who would be on the other side?
Marrakesh and Hoover, Alabama.
Yeah, that'd be
I was
funny.
gonna say Provo, Utah, and Las Vegas.
Yeah.
There we go. New Orleans. It's got to be.
I'm thinking just two, you know how sometimes cities are so close to each other, they hate each other? I'm thinking like Kansas City and Kansas City. Or just what places that are really close together that have feuds? I know Oklahoma and Texas.
Yeah,
If you just put, it would just be people like flipping it off and showing their ass.
Shout out to Steve again, Belfast and Dublin.
You should just do like those, whatever, like you see those weird things like, the sister city of Los Angeles is the place in Denmark.
It's downtown LA and Glendale.
Yeah, in Glendale, yeah. You should just have portals between those two places.
It's like, hey, we're Hispanic teens drag racing. Hey, we're Armenian teens drag racing. What's up, guys? We should do this together.
Just put it in the middle of a mall.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. Just people just too full on mall food to get up and even interact with the portal.
Ooh, yeah, put it right in front of like the Panda Express, but then on the other side, it's
next to the samples.
yeah.
People getting shamed for taking too many samples in fucking Glendale.
Anyway, shout out to that artist. It's cute that you thought we could handle that as a people.
Yeah, as it turns out, you can't have nice things.
No,
You can never have nice things.
Come bearing gifts from Michigan, everybody. So this is our ungodly concoction, and actually we got a double today, y'all. This is Michigan's premier treat. Whoop whoop, everybody! It is Faygo Rock and Rye.
Okay, who wants to spray it on me?
Here. Oh, me.
I will say ICP did switch to sugar-free, so there's not as much for the venue to clean up.
They just need to give the face paint to someone else who's not as old.
No. I mean, at their shows, because they're spraying it all over the place, and the venues were like, hey, they get sticky ass sugar on our floors, so they switched to
That's like when
diet.
That's like when porn stars started eating more pineapple. It's just a nice thing you do for your coworkers.
Yeah.
When I go on the road, I dig for records. I found a Faygo 60-second radio ad about what you remember from being a kid.
Remember when you were a kid? Well, part of you still is, and that's why we make Faygo.
Well, it's kind of on brand for them, I guess, because it's like the like Miracles, right? Like the ICP Miracle song.
Yo, sure, yeah.
Like they're in a ruminative frame of mind, or have been in the last 20 years. Memories and magnets and shit. I don't know. I've just been thinking about stuff.
Well, all their fans are millennials.
I'll put up
Truly.
That's why we're all doing trivia and shit, because we're all like, I have all this useless information, but man, remember childhood? Remember how awesome that was?
What steals Shaggy's cell phone and walks away? It's a fucking pelican. British. Anyway.
What do you keep between your butt cheeks?
Oh, well, fucking, it ain't a 2-liter, but one of these guys. John, what is your experience with Faygo? You're a Massachusetts guy. Do they got that there? And it's like more of a Midwestern, Southern kind of
I think
thing.
it's got to be a special order thing. I've only ever had one Faygo, and it was at a friend of mine's house because he goes hard with mixed drinks and tries so many different things.
Wow.
So he incorporated Faygo once, and he's actually great at making mixed drinks. And I like his method of making mixed drinks is, or just sort of like his rule of thumb is, if the color's good, then the drink is probably good.
Yeah.
I don't like that
Here's
rule.
the thing.
What if you're colorblind?
Sounds pretty scientific.
It kind of works.
Yeah.
Although sometimes it results in him making a drink that will completely knock me out in one drink.
Oh, God.
Do you think it's a psychological thing now where you tell yourself, oh, the color's pretty, therefore it's fine?
I remember in high school, there was a kid who, before Inception was a thing, he incepted a thought in my brain that got hardwired. And it was like, I feel if food isn't hot, it's not really food. and it kind of stuck with him. He's sort of like, yeah, if it's not hot, it's not food.
That's cruel.
My brother would con me out of baseball cards because he'd show me a baseball card and he said, listen, if the background is blurred, that means it's a hologram. So every card, well, this whole pack is holograms.
I want to shout out our friend listening in Boston, Nick Jones. This apparently is the hardest to find fucking flavor of Faygo, and I found it in Detroit, like in the middle of goddamn Detroit, and it's the rock and rye, which I didn't really ever think about what that is. Turns out during the Great Depression,
Rye whiskey is what it tastes like.
There is a drink that is literally rye whiskey and rock candy.
Gross. That's disgusting.
If you needed any indication that things were not going well economically in the United States, that was a mixed drink during the Depression years.
So just putting sugar in fucking whiskey.
Yeah, it makes me
Rot
less
your guts and
sad.
your teeth in equal measure.
It makes you less sad.
Yeah, we've grown so much as a society now that we have 99 bananas.
That's not food. Unless you
true.
microwave it.
So we're all getting a pretty healthy portion today.
Oh yeah,
I like
mean
it.
it's like a damn near 1 liter bottle. Here you go. Here you go. Pass that down to John. Here
We
you
got
go.
a damn
Go.
near.
And we got another drink to investigate too. But
it
I
smells good.
just wanted to get through this
It
one.
smells like Big Red.
Give it a whiff.
Yeah.
It does.
Oh yeah, it does have a big red.
They
It
look,
does smell
It
good.
doesn't taste like Big Red,
They look
but
like
it doesn't taste. It has a pretty neutral taste.
It's kind of got
It's sweet.
graham cracker sort of taste to it a
Oh
little
wow, interesting.
yeah,
That's very
I'm
spot
thinking-
on.
You're right.
getting a cream soda.
bit. Cream soda.
Cream soda and graham cracker.
Cream
yeah.
soda, but it's got like almost, to your point about it not being food. This tastes baked, like a baked cream soda. If that was possible. It's got a little something to it. It definitely doesn't
Is that
taste
the
like.
rye?
I don't know. It doesn't taste like rye. I assume that.
Well, that could
maybe
be
you're
the
supposed
graham
to.
cracker flavor, like some wheat from the rye and the graham cracker.
Oh yeah. But also, I think maybe that this would be the substitute back in the day for the hard. If you didn't have rock candy sitting around your bar, because that's insane, just mix this with the rye there.
I don't know. Have you ever met an old person? They love rock candy. It probably used to be
true.
fucking everywhere.
And racism.
I really miss when we would make a drink. It would be with ribbon candy and seltzer.
I would bring one to my favorite girl, and I would take her to the formal.
My great uncle JL, I never saw him eat anything except for peanuts that he toasted himself in the oven, those little soft peppermints, and Red Man chewing tobacco. That was the man's entire
So
diet.
he didn't eat food. at
No,
all.
he did not. Well, it was hot. He heated up the
This was
peanuts.
before your fucking phones. We would go into town and get rock candy, and then we would play with dirt all day long. Dirt clods.
Well, I gotta say, I love that Faygo.
I love that
It's
Faygo
good.
too.
It is good.
I like it.
What you think, John?
That's a good one. Yeah.
I'm giving that. I mean, it's got full sugar, so it's going to be hard to not give it 5 fucking stars. You know,
I give it
That's,
a 4. I think it could have been a little more flavorful, but I kind of like that it wasn't too much of a punch you in the mouth sort of sweetness.
I would like to taste the like 1930s version of it when it was
Yeah.
probably way weirder. You know.
Give me the one with lead in it.
Yeah. That was actually a thing they talked about was on the website. Faygo, the reason it had stayed in Detroit for so long is they didn't really have a great water purification system. So the shelf life of Faygo used to be less than a couple months. So they couldn't really actually like sell it other places. So that's why it was limited to Detroit for so long.
I think most people say like, oh, when New York you get the bagels, it's because of the water. In Detroit, they're like, it's because of the water.
Yeah, in Michigan, in general. Don't drink the Faygo.
In New York, you get the bagels. In California, you get the Mexican food. And in Detroit, you get the Faygo.
You get Faygo. You get blasted in the face.
You get blasted in the face with Super Soaker filled with
by
Faygo.
a meth head clown filled with it's got Faygo.
It's one of the options when you check out at any grocery store in Detroit. Would you like this paper, plastic, or sprayed on your face by a clown?
Well, when we're talking about Faygo, we're of course talking about National Beverage Corp.
It makes me salivate just hearing it. National Beverage Corp.
And they make energy drinks. Wow, what a just a vague description of dystopian horror.
I get a Pavlovian response though. I'm like, I'm thirsty.
That's the only NBC I support.
Yeah.
Right.
I would like that to be our version of the National Lottery.
Finish those drinks. I'm pouring more because we got something else, which is, of course, Rip It,
which is an all-time fave on
all-time
this
fave.
podcast.
And this particular one, Andy, tell the people what we've got for them today.
Canned Man.
Canned Man. That's right. They
Can apostrophe D.
yeah.
Candy Man.
The canned man.
My thought is like that's almost like those who you either can or canned.
Yeah.
Canned man sounds like an obscure like John Cale record from like the 70s or something.
Sounds like if you ever heard the term, I know you have, Rivers, open a can of whoop ass. This is like a significantly less
There we
cool
go.
version of that. I'm going to open a can of man on your ass.
That looks like
I'm gonna open a can of man on myself.
it's spelled CAN apostrophe D. That looks like the name of a Klingon stripper. Can you rip this open or
No,
it's not going to taste right.
Bite
so
off,
you rip it.
bite off the top with your teeth.
For the Patreon.
It's the official soda of the Cannes
for the
Film
Patreon.
Festival.
That's
when
right.
you opened it, you can hear a lot of French people booing you.
You hear a bunch of French people booing a Michael Bay movie.
Sprayed on my leg.
Sure, let's go for it.
Yeah, a little bit for Andy.
It's cotton candy flavored.
bit.
Sorry, cotton canned.
I'll say the last one I could almost see having a sandwich with. Like that's how good the last one was.
This one is cotton candy flavor. I don't know. How do we feel about that? The only
I hate cotton candy flavor in general when it comes to sodas and energy drinks.
I gotta say, I'm a little disturbed by a clear-colored soda.
Yeah.
I always feel like bare minimum, you should have some kind of color to your soda.
if it's not like a lemon lime situation
Yeah,
or something.
Well, as your friend's logic, it's like you got to judge it by the color. It's like there's not enough in there.
No color.
I feel like the cotton candy is very similar to a Red Bull taste, so I think you would hate this in theory.
It tastes like most of the girls I had a crush on smelled.
Oh, yeah. It does taste
90s.
it tastes like body spray.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
how that shit.
Too much like a sugar cookie. I don't think
yeah.
I'm
It
feeling
does
this
look
one.
like it should be. It's Claire's. It tastes like Claire's looks.
It's the least intense Rip It I've ever had. I'll say that in terms of flavor because this is pretty mellow compared to how Rip It normally
what's-
operates.
what's good Rip
Here's my question.
By comparison's sake, what is a good Rip It?
Well, so this is actually a perfect lead into something I was going to mention, which is that in addition to Canned Man, Rip It is the king of having weird ass names for shit. And this round they've got SKR apostrophe EECH apostrophe IN Screechin.
That's what Dustin Screech Diamond used to say when he would take handicap spots.
R.I.P.
Just screeching.
R.I.P.
I'm just going to screech in
I'm
here
just
right
going to
quick.
screech in here real quick and grab what I need and leave.
Well,
Come on, how fast can that tow truck get here?
Just screeching by.
well, in the tradition of character actors from television, the next one, a melon flavored one called Melon High, which I was like, Christopher Maloney, M-E-L-O-N apostrophe H-I. They love a goddamn apostrophe.
Right.
And then there's one that Instagram describes as tastes like dodging death, dragon's breath, and saving the kingdom from evil. Rip It's Dragon Fire, and there is no flavor listed. On this one, it says cotton candy. On the other one, it says the shit that's supposed to
gotta
be.
be like bottom of the barrel to just mix it all together and sell it.
Yeah.
So we've mentioned before, Rip It has an exclusive contract with the Department of Defense, and it is the official energy drink of the armed forces.
Good.
I was in Auburn,
This
and I
is
was
military grade shit.
This is murder fuel. Is what this is.
Yeah.
This is absolute murder fuel.
I was out 2 clicks north of Da Nang. I had a 16-ounce of Candyman in my hand. We were dropping in on Charlie.
we were screeching in on him.
Sometimes when I close my eyes, I still rip it.
I was pouring out that melon high for all our boys who couldn't make it back from that bog.
They do have a tribute to the troops flavor. Actually, it's pretty good. That's actually my favorite Rip It, is the sugar-free tribute to the troops Mandarin
Pretty
lime.
good.
It's pretty damn good.
It's pretty good.
Mammalian Day.
A guy I talked to who was in the army said that Afghan warlords love Rip It. Like they would go and
3 out of 4 Afghan warlords agree.
they would go into some like unknown territory. They talk to the local warlord, and he knew that they had unlimited supplies of Rip It. So he'd be like,
So, like, Rip It
what
official-
can you do for me?
Rip It officials get like press, like they get those kind of like, look, we have no dog in this fight. I just want to know, do you like Rip It?
We just want enough Rip Its to keep us playing SSX Tricky.
Straight up, yeah. Cigarettes and Rip Its, that's all they wanted. They'd be like, Marlboro Reds and Rip Its, if you got that, then you can have clear passage through our fucking territory.
Oh, we're very sorry. Suddenly there's mines all over this road. We have a map, but we don't have enough Candyman.
But
So does capitalism work?
this is single payer energy drink. This is socialism. But I was just when I was thinking the Rip It mines were empty, in terms of stuff to talk about, I did decide to go to their website and figure out, all right, who's running Natural Bev Corp, and turns out it's a funny guy. First of all, their website, National Beverage Corp, innovatively refreshes America with a distinct portfolio of sparkling waters, juices, energy drinks, and, to a lesser extent, carbonated soft drinks. I was like, you're Faygo.
Yeah.
What do you mean to a lesser extent? What the fuck?
What
You're
juices do they
beverage.
make?
Beverages in your name.
Nothing I've heard
Guess
of.
they make LaCroix, right?
Yeah,
that's probably their fucking cash cow.
So
right now.
we're getting to LaCroix because I've solved a riddle that I've been contemplating forever, which is why on the side of the LaCroix can the word innocent with an exclamation mark appears.
Because it's not murder fuel like Rip It.
That's kind of like a waiver. Innocent of anything that happens, okay?
So they're all about misspellings. Like the email list thing that popped up on their website said get re-entered, and it's spelled energized but with 2 Z's, so it just looks like it says get re-energized when you pull that up. And then
So is LaCroix Robert Kardashian to Rip Its O.J. Simpson?
perhaps, yeah.
no, they're all in the same family. I think it's not even. Yeah, I think Robert Kardashian it's Nicole. It's
He's very adamant about innocence, and he stands next to Rip Its.
Who's Kato Kalin?
Good point. Oh, well, one of these two for sure, because they apparently at some point made a line for women, a women-focused line called Chic, and a teenager-focused line called Freak, spelled with 2 E's.
So it's all Nile Rodgers.
How do I get freak? Wait, how do I get freak?
Okay, so for what I could tell, that was from the Wikipedia. Freak now only exists as their version of 5-Hour Energy. It's a shot. It's a freak shot. For all my freaks.
That makes sense. These kids have no energy. They don't have any attention span for drinks.
No.
Goosed out on Freak.
I think adjusted for inflation, kids don't want a 5-hour energy. They want a 20-second energy.
The Chic flavors I was able to find: berry innocent, spelled IN-O- and then the word scent, as in to smell. Berry innocent, and then my favorite, Cinnamon, spelled SIN-A-MAN. Cinnamon.
Whoa.
The lamest superhero ever. I am Cinnamon.
I dry up and roll up into a stick.
I am good with cereal.
First of all, a cinnamon energy drink that sounds great. I would do that. But
Ugh, that sounds
weird.
disgusting.
Yeah, I don't know.
you guys
If it's a Christmas flavory thing, I guess.
y'all
Christmas
didn't fuck with
flavor,
y'all didn't fuck with Pepsi Fire a couple
You
of
don't
years
want
ago.
a snickerdoodle Monster energy drink.
That sounds.
I gotta
that sounds
drink more
pretty good.
water.
I like
is what I gotta do.
snickerdoodles.
So I found out that National Beverage Corp CEO Nick Caparella appears to be, and this is putting it lightly, slightly insane.
Okay.
Nick Caparella loves a press release. He puts out lots of them. He handwrites the opening pages of every investor report. He weighs in vaguely on all kinds of stuff. Like, for instance, this is an excerpt from...
Yeah, what issues of the day does he have an
I
opinion
feel like
on?
he's probably going to say, our quarterly earnings are up because we've cut out vowels and put in more apostrophes.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
save a lot of money on letters by using apostrophes and hyphens. Yeah. This is an excerpt from their 2013 annual report. Quote, last May and June, we had picnic weather and record revenues. This year, we witnessed no picnics. Just sickening explosions and weeks of tornadoes.
Send the men back out to see if there are any picnics occurring.
Am I right to believe that COVID made more money for Faygo?
2019 is a Hindenburg-esque year for this company. But this is also from 2013. Just look at our track record over the past 20 years. No mental degradation has occurred at all. Judges by all four...
No mental gains have happened.
He's like, we're not crazy. You're crazy.
In all of those cases of those children that were mentally deficient after having a freak drink, we were innocent.
We've put the freaks in the basement. We won't talk about the freaks anymore.
We're putting innocent on every can.
It says, judge us by all four quarters next July 2014. Certainly we have come to know precious rainbows usually require both rain and sunshine. Team Nationals results were obtained by diligence and untiring determination. We are disappointed, yes. We are contrite, yes. Certainly resilient, absolutely.
That guy took like a pretty famous Dolly Parton lyric and like deconstructed it and put it back in a weird way.
I should add, this man is 88 years old, I believe, at this point. So
okay.
This is Dr. Bronner, but for soda.
I feel like a large part of this podcast is giving a platform to the senile. Between the YouTube comments and then
between me and Rivers, yes.
Well, no, I'm not the voice of reason in this.
Oh, you better be. This is the guy who hates the Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah.
He's the one who won't work with them.
Will not work with ICP, despite the fact they've been repping his shit for fucking 3 decades at this point.
They probably buy more Faygo than actual stores.
Than anyone.
I figured they ran Faygo. I'll be honest with you.
No,
That's how my
Faygo-
simplistic brain works.
When this guy goes to the Great Divide, then they'll probably fuck with ICP. But right now, he's just like under no circumstances.
ICP has kind of hinted that they know people at Faygo.
Of course they do.
Who are waiting for this man to die so that they can do that.
Hey, Vince.
The great ICP hostile takeover that will happen.
We got
Once
rid
the
of
power vacuum happens.
we got rid of Vince and we got Triple H. We just need to get rid of this dude and get NBC.
Here we go. We're kicking again.
Does it give me pause to think about the very notion of the term juggalo insurrection? A little bit. A little bit, because I feel like that's what's going to go down.
Star Trek Part 12, Juggalo Insurrection.
Like people who work there, like revealing juggalo face paint on the day of.
This is another missive from 2017. I believe for good fortune to prevail, a combination of things must occur! Exclamation point. First,
These are all like Yosemite Sam ass motherfuckers. Like, another point of interest.
That sounds like Kim Jong-il's speeches translated back to English.
Well, he says, first, one should have that special sidekick relationship with their spiritual guardian. I love that guy.
One should have their special...
God's not above me.
God's like my Robin, but like a goofy Robin.
Yeah. He's like a Robin who doesn't suck.
On the matters of thirst and conquest.
He says, the obscure silver lining is a uniquely induced opportunity. If you have the opinion that I, Nick A. Caparella, am angrily exercised while extremely fortunate to be guiding the company, your opinion is quite accurate.
Angrily exercised?
He's a fucking insane guy.
When you get old like that, just alliteration starts happening. Oh yeah, just something that's just senility setting in.
He's
Angrily exercised and aggressively aerated.
He says that one must be genetically uniquely equipped to be the master of their destiny.
Yeah, that sounds like a dictator. One
Also a
needs
nepo
to be-
baby.
Oh yeah. Well, no, actually, weirdly, he's a regular Loretta Lynn over here, a coal miner's son. Yeah.
Self-made man.
Self-made man. I think he started with he bought like a bulldozer and started some kind of landscaping company. And
He didn't ask for this genius brain. It was just given to him.
yeah.
If there is a Juggalo insurrection, they'll have to make him forced to admit to his employees that he is not a god,
On his knees with a gun to his head.
which will cause a great existential crisis.
So in 2018, LaCroix, which is also owned by these people, was hit with a class action lawsuit that claimed its sparkling water was not 100% natural, as had been falsely advertised. Caparella fired back at the lawsuit, quote, "Is our moral code of justice innocent until proven guilty? A once honored and revered dogma now synthetic? It's unfortunate that we live in a time where unscrupulous and misleading allegations can be made with complete disregard for the reputation, credibility, and integrity of a person, company, or brand."
Wait, what happened?
So on the can, it used to say 100% natural, and someone was like, no,
That is literally not possible.
it's not true. So that's why innocent is on the side of the fucking can, because they were saying it's 100% natural. And as a reaction to the lawsuit, they were like, innocent with an exclamation point.
Oh, I thought that was always just them being like
Being weird?
tongue in cheek, like you don't have to feel guilty about this.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. But
that's what I.
it's apparently from this time, because around this time, National Beverage Corp's profit dropped 39%. And according to Bloomberg, Caparella lost $2.7 billion, which is nearly half of his estimated worth in just 9 months. So in the report, he says, we're truly sorry for these results stated above. Negligence, nor mismanagement, nor woeful acts of God. Those were not the reason. Much of this was the result of injustice. So he's like, it's not our problem. It's the people suing us for lying. He went on to say, managing a brand is no different from caring for someone who becomes handicapped.
Anytime this guy is talking, I would not be drinking anything he gave me. This is like every speech is just like a Jonestown situation.
So this is the dude behind LaCroix.
This is LaCroix, Faygo, Rip It, fucking Freak. If you can't trust the Freak guy,
If you can find Freak, you got to do some and give us a fucking
in many
shout
ways-
out and tell us what it's like.
In many ways, I'm less of a soda tycoon than I am a hospice care worker.
that's what he's saying.
Except all the people are sodas.
Just easing the American public off this mortal coil. One soda at a time.
I feel like out of those, LaCroix feels like when you go to, like, the fact that we can have LaCroix in common is like when you talk to conservative relatives and you can only talk about the food on the table. Anything else is like we understand we can agree on bubbly water. This old man have bubbly water in common.
So now he's got one for us, y'all. He says, professional liars take advantage of the fact that 2/3 of Americans get their news from social media. These professional liars use the same platforms to falsely attack our brand's integrity. So he's talking about me here.
Is that the real reason they're trying to ban TikTok? Is from all the soda slander?
I did see a TikTok of a guy drinking one of those. He's like, I'm here to test the Rip It Candy Man. And he like drinks it and just immediately pours it out of his Dodge Charger.
Lies.
So this is less than a month after Trump got elected. Caparella gushes, America put a capital H on hope again recently. With that, capital H on health again too. This puts us in the cockpit of innovation and the yoke in our hands. We are excited and feeling good about the future here at National Beverage. And that one's funny because in 2018 he
Capital
got...
H on hubris.
I want a subscription to this man's press releases.
Capital H on human centipede.
And now that I've donated 12 million to the Scientologists, they'll let me fly the cockpit of innovation.
Well,
I think as a nation, we were last happy when we were a human centipede country. Like we all rallied around this little.
They're like,
engine
there's
that
another
could-
one? Like, what the hell's
second
gonna
one
happen?
came on, he was like, holy shit, that's a big human centipede. How much more human centipede can we do?
This one's in black and white.
Can we hands across America with the human centipede?
I mean, they did. What was the one with the prison? Is that like 36?
What's
How
this?
many different? Well, the human centipedes just keep amping up, and one of them is just
okay.
like, okay, fucking fine.
And that's I never actually saw the movie. I just
What?
Did you watch all two? Did you?
No, I
how
haven't
much?
seen any of them.
No one has. It's one of those movies I know no one has seen except for maybe you and like 5 other people.
It's one of those things where I'm just like curious about something. I'll read the Wikipedia like plot description and not see the movie just so I know the weird parts.
Yeah. Well, so he's using all this plane imagery in this last one, the cockpit of innovation and putting the yoke in our hands. And that's funny because in 2018, he got sued for allegedly sexually harassing 2 male pilots.
There you go.
Nice.
So
Now the yoke's on him.
it's sticky.
Is that an actual saying, putting the yoke in our hands?
Yeah, like the yoke, like you're like when you're
It's
flying
like,
a plane.
yeah,
it's like it's the stick.
Oh,
It's
not
the-
like the egg. Yeah.
that's the only.
No,
what I thought.
Y-O-K-E. It's a homophone. 2 different
What did
spellings.
he go up to him and was he just like, hey,
Well-
you guys want to show me why it's called a cockpit?
So
Before I did.
Like a snake pit, but with cocks.
Well, so according to the Wall Street Journal, the pilots claim that Caparella, 82 years old at the time, inappropriately touched them during 30 or more business trips on the billionaire's business jet between 2014 and 2016. And this is what I couldn't figure out because there's 2 pilots that are suing him, but it also mentions that he himself is a pilot. So
Jeez.
is the situation that he is piloting, there is a co-pilot, they are 45,000 feet in the air, and he tries to fill up the guy's leg. And if that's true, then the man's a daredevil.
Wait, I mean,
I
also,
don't think that. I doubt it. I
How-
bet he has a private jet.
He does. That's
how
what
big is
they're
that
hanging on.
cockpit, though? I mean, he would have to really like
That's
squirm
what I
in
mean.
there.
I feel like he is a pilot in the way that he's allowed to drive a small plane. I said drive, not fly. Drive a small plane for like a mile outside of the airport.
Well, no,
you
it
know?
said he could fly the jet in one of the
He's-
articles. It
What?
says he could fly the jet, but it didn't say if he was flying during
Yeah.
the gropings.
He's old enough and rich enough to have like a plane made out of Faygo bottles called the Spritz Goose. SPR''TC.
Yeah.
now
Join the Malone High Club.
And we're reaching
a lot of
about
the shit.
500 feet, 500 miles. I don't know how far up planes get.
500 feet? No.
500 feet.
No, keep
they fly
going.
500 feet above the ground.
Yeah, 9/11.
One time, yeah.
This guy. Now that a lot of the press releases make more sense, knowing it's the insane ravings of an old closeted gay man.
Allegedly.
You know he probably says pamplemousse and it sounds like a racial slur. Pamplemousse.
Yeah. Pamplemousse. Get back in the basement with the rest of the freaks. Scott Steiner, he's from Michigan. That's the voice I should have been doing. Should have been reading it
I
as,
just like they're flying. He
is
just
our moral code justice? Are you peeking or freaking?
they're flying, and he's like trying to kick the door to the cockpit open to go grope. But like, he like has a assistant come and kick the door open for him, and then like nudge him towards. He's like,
I wonder.
it's like so slow because he's so old.
I wonder if he sleeps in like a vat of his soda with an oxygen. like in Starship Troopers when they were reviving Johnny Rico.
It's got a med bed full of moon mist Faygo.
Yeah, he sleeps like one of the precogs of Minority Report. just a vat of goo.
Yeah.
And then he wakes up. He's like, I will never die.
He just hangs upside down into a vat of rye.
Croissant.
Madame?
I ordered a diet Faygo root beer and you brought me a regular Faygo.
Je ne comprends pas, madame.
It's not diet. It tastes too good. It's delicious. It's yum yum.
Julien?
Look, Sarah, I want diet, okay? Diet.
Madame, this is a diet. Diet Faygo, madame.
This is diet Faygo. Oh, this diet Faygo, c'est magnifique.
You better believe it, lady. Madame. If it tastes too good to be diet, it must be Diet Faygo.
We have a segment on this show called Top 3, where we get our listeners, or in this case, our guest, to write in top 3 lists that they wish us to populate and opine upon. And if you would like to participate in this segment, you can do so by joining the Discord. We have fun in there all the time, or I should say, Sam and I have fun in there all the time. Carter logs on once in a while.
And if my name is mentioned,
Yeah,
best
yeah.
believe I'm gonna see it.
He's a single action Beetlejuice, folks. You don't even have to say it 3 times.
You say it once,
just once.
I'll notice it. It'll put a little pep in my step, unless you're talking shit.
In which
And
case,
that'll take out a lot of peps.
That takes out pep and zest if you do
Yeah.
that.
yeah, that's when Dr. Goodfoot becomes Dr. Badfoot.
And if you want to piss him off, just use an @ everyone, and it'll piss him off that you didn't mention him.
Oh yeah. Well, I won't see it,
Very true.
and I hate to be left out.
Well, I figure since Sandy is here and she contributes so many great top 3 ideas to the ongoing Discord discussion on this thing, I figure we'll do an all Andy top 3 today. So
All right.
this is from our guest, Andy Iwancio. First one, and I feel like we're going to have a lot of overlap here. So if somebody hits yours...
There's only like 5.
Oh, well, okay. If this is the one I was thinking, I was like, there are the 2,
yeah,
and then the third one is like up to your personal.
perhaps. We'll see. But
I mean, they're all up to personal, but there's
Yeah.
a couple
There's
that are freaking aimed
2
up
that
on
are like
everyone's.
kind of undeniable though.
Yeah.
I think you can define it as not. They don't have to be They don't have to be the best ones. They can be ones that you really
Personal ones.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well,
I definitely have an odd choice that's a hipster choice. So
Well, the prompt is top 3 Mel Brooks movies.
Just to say this right beforehand, he was in some picture. Kumail Nanjiani like had him in the background of some picture, and I forgot. Like, man, he's like damn near 100.
So-
Like, he's finally starting to look pretty old.
In 2 weeks, he is turning 98.
God bless him. I mean, a fucking national treasure.
Oh my gosh! yes.
The funniest, one of the funniest people of all time.
I saw him at this point. It's been a long time. This was 10 years ago, but I saw him in 2014 at the Samuel Goldwyn Theater in Beverly Hills doing a presentation of Young Frankenstein, and like he just destroyed in a way, during that Q&A that was just amazing to watch. But
Love Mel Brooks so much.
so I'll run mine down very quickly, but
Okay.
we'll chat about them. Honorable mentions, and I'm kind of going around the question a little bit, but I wanted to shout out Brooks Films, which is his production company that produced The Elephant Man, David Lynch film, and
yeah.
produced The Fly, David Cronenberg
I
film.
produced The Fly.
Yeah. So Brooks Films
Did he also produce Eraserhead?
and is it Eraserhead? No,
No, he liked Eraserhead, and that's why he funded
Elephant Man. Yeah,
I
that's
was hoping
right.
it would get more popular so he could do a spoof of Eraserhead. It's 1-1.
Lynch like kept having to get money from
Pencilhead.
AFI,
Oh, wow.
and like so that's why it was shot over like 5 years because he would like shoot a scene, have to like get more money from AFI, shoot another scene. It took forever to make that movie.
Yeah. But anyway, production company made 2 classic films. Number 3, and I chose this one. I like it. Obviously, it's great, but also it's just how our economy works now, which is the producers. You can
Yeah.
make more money off of a failure than a hit, and
Boy.
so that is
Prophetic.
every goddamn thing in our economy, from cryptocurrency, NFTs, AI. Everything is a fucking rug pull.
We cover it pretty extensively on this podcast.
Yeah.
As much as the
also-
musical is very fun, there's not enough love for Zero Mostel.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
So funny in that movie.
It's so
Very
funny,
hilarious.
despite apparently just being a fuck nightmare to be around.
Yes, that's all.
Yeah. Like Mel Brooks is like, Gene Wilder literally saved my life. Like I was going to kill him and go to jail.
I wonder if that has anything to do with Larry David being Zero Mostel's part in the Curb. Like the
Oh,
story of
yeah.
the producers and Curb Your
That's
Enthusiasm.
what I was saying that's what I was thinking was the producers is also a type of story. It's you can transfer that to like other things. Because
Totally.
I think of that season of Curb where it becomes
Right.
the producers. That one's great. Or I think of Bamboozled by Spike Lee is very much like a producers.
Oh,
All right.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of the plot, right? It's like make something that's so horrifically offensive that it'll get
and
pulled
then it
for
becomes
sure.
This massive hit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And like I said, that this is the mentality of the most shark-like amongst us in the American economy of these days has this exact brand of thinking. So it is prophetic in that way. Number 2, and this is the coin flip that I think Carter was referencing. So as far as the 1974 category, I'm gonna slightly edge out Young Frankenstein for my fave from that one, but I mentioned I think it's probably risen to that level because I did get to see it in a theater with a packed house, and Mel Brooks was there. I was in an elevator, and a fucking Terry Garr was in the elevator with me going up to the top balcony. I was like, oh, it was fucking Terry Garr. So great. Cloris Leachman was there before she passed. Yeah, it was great. Yeah,
and probably like the best comedic performance of all time from Gene Wilder.
Seriously, yeah, absolutely. And this was one like, you know, with a lot of movies kind of from this era that I became familiar with as a young child, they're all wrapped up with like my dad essentially being like, sit, you like to laugh here, like sit down. We're watching this. It's on
time
TV.
To learn. I'm going to learn you something today.
Yeah.
Oh, you like to laugh, do you?
Let me run over my stand-up routine for you.
And then my number one, because I guess I knew it was funny, but it was more just I was really into the subject matter, which is Robin Hood Men in Tights.
So good.
Dude.
It's one of the most quotable. There's so many small jokes that are so just stand the test
Abe Lincoln.
I
didn't say Abe Lincoln. I said Abe Lincoln.
Pissed off. If that was that close to a horse's dong, I'd be worried about being pissed on.
Hey, Abbott!
Yeah, I hate that guy.
Dick Van Fat.
Latrine, such a lovely name.
Where did that come from? We used to be shithouse.
It used to be shithouse. I mean, that movie played on Comedy Central a bunch, and that had like people that I knew on it, like Dave Chappelle, and
even at that time though, because that was his first movie. I didn't know who the fuck that was.
But they would play it after he got famous.
They played it after like Chappelle Show and stuff.
See, I had it on VHS like in 1994 or whatever.
My grandfather had it on VHS. We
watch that shit over and over.
You know, the only thing that sticks me, I can like watch it. I can rewatch that movie and really appreciate a lot of it. There's a terrible song.
The rap, is it one of the raps?
No, the raps are good. It was like the love song.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. But that does end with the camera smashing through the window, which is fun. Yeah, you don't earn that moment until he gets really sappy, and then
where is he? Where is he? Oh.
Sorry.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I mean, and also, to me, the defining Richard Lewis performance, even more so than Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
I'm so depressed. Your Majesty, come with me and I will show you something that will make you very happy. Fetch the royal robe! Your Majesty, stop me if I'm wrong about this, but wasn't your mole on the other side? I have a mole?
Doesn't the mole
I hope
move
it's
around?
worth the noise.
Yeah, it keeps moving around.
Oh, and Isaac Hayes at the beginning there.
Jaywalking.
Yeah.
That's why he's in this English dungeon.
Yeah, it's one of the most quotable.
Dude.
You know, somebody else is going to get to the other most quotable, I'm sure.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But
I think like pound for pound though, it might even be more quotable than that.
You know, and that's the thing. Like I said, I loved the Disney Robin Hood, and I feel like in my childhood we're talking like I was 1993, so I was like 7.
Mm-hmm.
I went straight from Disney Robin Hood, skipped over Prince of Thieves fucking entirely.
Right.
I think I saw that movie once and was like, I'm going back to the funny one. So anyway, that's
it is the definitive Robin Hood movie for me.
I think so too. They haven't outdone it. Russell Crowe certainly didn't. As much as we revere Ridley, that's he didn't do it. You didn't clear Mel Brooks's high fence. But yeah, that's my top 3. John, what do you got?
Yeah, I'd say I put Producers at 3. Again, yeah, just one of those, just a great story, great twists to it. And yeah, I don't know, yeah.
In a different kind, it's 67 too. That's so early for that kind of comedy.
The actor who played Hitler in the musical is also really
so
funny
good.
too. Not musical, just wait. I forget,
Yeah,
are
it's
they
the
making?
music.
They are making a musical.
Yeah, Springtime for Hitler. Yeah,
that's right. It's been a while. Since
and Mel Brooks is in that number. He's the one that steps up. He's one of the SS officers.
Yeah.
And he's so young that you can't even think it's him.
Yeah.
2, probably go with Young Frankenstein. I remember I went to a great double feature at the New Beverly. It was on Halloween, and it was that and The Man with Two Brains.
Oh shit! That's
both of those in a crowd with people was like a great viewing experience.
That's crazy.
Fun.
So like my grandparents, we would go visit them. They lived in Woodland, Alabama, and they had an actual like a small video stores, like a farm town, but they randomly had a video store attached to the gas station. And I swear we watched both of those movies at some point on like a single night. Like that just rang something in my brain. I was like, my God, I think I watched that on VHS at my grandparents' house, and they had a TV that was furniture.
It's a great pairing.
That's
Especially
awesome.
Man with Two Brains is so hyper silly.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it breaks like a sound barrier in silliness, which is like how.
Oh yeah, I was a child, and I remember watching that and being like, "This fucking rules." Loved that movie.
Yeah, so that was. And then for number one, I have to go with Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
A couple of weeks ago, it was me and a friend. We were getting lunch, and I'd say most of the lunch was just us quoting Spaceballs bits back together. That was I love that movie. There's so many, like, it opens hilarious. Like, it does the opening shot from A New Hope, but just the ship just keeps going.
Ship is 28 miles long.
And there's a great little callback where, and it's like a little aside where, like, Mel Brooks' president character runs it. He goes like, the ship is too long. If I walked, the movie would be over. Or there's that amazing scene where you're in the middle of the movie and they're trying to find where the good guys are, so they get the videotape.
Yeah.
Of Spaceballs.
that's the best meta joke ever.
Rick Moranis is so fucking funny.
Dark Helmet.
Yeah.
I remember.
Make love to me, Helmet. He has the dolls.
I think I must have been like 12 when I first saw that movie, which is the perfect age to see that movie.
Oh, man.
And the part where he does the force laser to the guy's dick, like fucking, that was like one of the hardest I ever laughed. The other hardest one I ever laughed was when it's like him and
Bill Pullman.
They're doing their fight, and he says like, well, if I have to fight you fair, I'll do it. If I must, then I must. And he goes, put her there, and he goes to shake his hand. He just pulls the ring right off. So he's like, oh my God, the ring! I can't believe you fell for that.
Yeah, I feel like everybody in that movie is like truly firing on all cylinders. Joan Rivers is in it. Fucking amazing.
It's one of those movies where I've seen it so many times that like even like tiny things now make me laugh. Like there's like they're at the wedding scene in the beginning. And like the king is just like, we start on the left, and then she goes like, Daddy, that's your right. He goes like, it's too late, keep going.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. She's a base. Who knew?
Funny, she doesn't look Druid.
Yeah,
she doesn't look Druid.
Druish princess.
Oh god.
And then when they bring in yogurt and he has like all the Spaceballs products, then from that point on you see Spaceballs products throughout the film.
Oh, the merchandising.
Yeah.
It's real money for the movies made.
There's so many good character actors in that. Isn't Michael Winslow one of the?
We got the beeps, we got the creeps, and we got the sweeps. Yeah.
He's so good. There's so many good times where like a character actor's used really well. That Pizza the Hut is always giving me nightmares.
Oh, it's
so gross.
One of the grossest things in cinema.
And then there's like isn't there like a chest burster comes out?
Yeah, they got the guy.
Hello, he does a
fucking John Hurt.
John Hurt.
Yeah. And then he does like a fucking what was it the frog, the WV frog thing. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. He does the Michigan J Frog thing.
Yeah. John Hurt chest burster comes out. He says, "Not again."
Yeah. No, not again.
What do you got, Carter? What's your top three Mel Brooks?
Okay, I would say 3. It's got, as we're talking about it, I've been like trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Because to me, like the two sides of the same coin are Robin Hood and Spaceballs.
Yeah, totally.
And because I like the source material more, like Star Wars shit more, but I think Robin Hood is like a funnier movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough though, because there's some scenes in Spaceballs that are so fucking funny.
Yeah.
And some great performances. All right, I'll give the edge to Robin Hood.
All right.
Robin Hood Men in Tights. And just, you know, also R.I.P. Richard Lewis. He's so good in that movie. Number 2, I mean, Blazing Saddles. Dude.
All right, there we go.
Blazing Saddles is so good. I mean, like, Young Frankenstein number 2, Blazing Saddles number 1.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I mean, Young Frankenstein is like his ultimate ode to movie making, and it's like so like crisply shot, and like it's the ultimate joke that works because it's shot like a serious like James Whale horror film. With all the evocative nature of it, which makes it so much more ridiculous when they say like stupid shit, like you know, like I don't know, like the Igor and all
Frau
the
Blucher.
Frau Blucher, and then
another good number in there. Putting on the Ritz.
Yes.
Putting on the Ritz.
Amazing. Peter Boyle.
Peter
RIP,
Boyle's
man.
amazing in it.
And-
I mean, it's like his love of like movie making is very clear in that movie.
Well, and it's so Looney Tunes.
It's so Looney Tunes. Yeah.
I think I always treated it like the way that people will talk about Doctor Strangelove and say it's like a very hilarious satire, and I don't find it super funny. I feel like that's my Doctor Strangelove.
Yeah. It's easy to admire. It's
I would recommend going to see it in a theater with an audience,
right?
Because I'd seen it 5 bajillion times, but when I went and saw it with the full crowd, it's a totally different experience.
There's something to like around the 5th time you see him going, "My father's work was doo doo," and yelling. It's hilarious. Like, I mean, so that's number 2. But I mean, dude, Blazing Saddles, is like
there we go. Let's talk
the
about
funniest fucking movie ever. I mean, like, it's everyone says the first thing you have to say about it is you could not make it now. I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily the truth.
I don't
though.
think that's not.
You'd have to just have Richard Pryor in the movie.
Every time I talk about Blazing Saddles with like someone who's like a boomer, like, you couldn't make it now.
It's like Richard Pryor wrote the fucking movie with
yeah. And the only reason he couldn't be in it is because he was so coked out they had to get Cleavon Little be him.
Yeah, because they thought he would die.
Yeah,
but I gotta be honest, Cleavon Little is
amazing.
Oh yeah, he's great.
He's amazing.
He makes that work. He's so charming, and it's not that I don't like Richard Pryor. It's just that it takes such a specific. I don't know.
No, I just.
I fully agree. It couldn't be anyone but Cleavon Little.
Right, but what I'm saying is, in order to make that movie today, because the problem is not the material, it's just like
the copious use of the N-word. But
yeah, exactly. It's like you have the guy who co-wrote the fucking movie star in the thing, and then it's like you're standing by it. Essentially,
Also,
it's like I wrote this.
It is the archetypical Mel Brooks movie because like it is like taking a genre and fully satirizing it and going so far off the like. Young Frankenstein is like them kind of sticking to a movie. A kind of movie, but a movie.
Yeah.
Blazing Saddles is like every big like MGM
Fourth Wall.
overblown Western that like that whole era.
Yeah.
And then like it's also like a lot of the archetypes of like Mel Brooks as like the inept leader character who's really stupid and just wants to look good.
Oh yeah.
And like the all the performance like giving like the spotlight on like Mongo and fucking Madeline Kahn and Gene Wilder like really shining in that movie.
Oh god, yeah.
I mean,
whenever I'm like driving by Warner Brothers, I always think of the end where there's the big fight and
right.
That's where the Warner Brothers lot is.
And the Count Basie's in the desert and shit. Yeah.
I feel like that's like one of the first ones that I'd ever seen like this. The cafeteria, the studio cafeteria kind of jokes.
Yeah, it's Slim Pickens, piss on you. I work for Mel Brooks.
The Hitler, where there's a Hitler, he's like, they lose me in the third act.
Also, like a perfect example of a comedic monologue in a movie is Gene Wilder's reason why he put his guns down.
I started to hear the word draw in my sleep. And one day, I was just walking down the street, and I heard a voice behind me say, "Reach for it, mister." And I spun around, and there I was, face to face with a 6-year-old kid. Well, I just threw my guns down and walked away. Little bastard shot me in the ass.
Did you see that hand? Steady as a rock.
Yeah, but I shoot with this hand. Yeah.
It's such a...
stupid. I love it.
It completely holds up. It's like a generation gap between millennials and boomers because that's like a lot of their first. Like, you watch this movie because I thought it was hilarious when I was, a kid or whatever.
Yeah,
it still holds up because like anybody who uses anything racist, it looks like a fool. Like I think you. Yeah, it holds up. I mean, obviously the Native American part.
Yeah,
but like really. that he's doing Jewish part is
right
pretty great.
Yeah, as putting the Yiddish words.
Yeah. What you got, Andy?
I'll put Blazing Saddles number 1. I'm gonna slide in 2 hipster takes just because they're 2 that I really enjoyed. History of the World.
Yes.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah.
There's so many good things in it, and just Gregory Hines, and like so many small like performances, and I love any movie that does that kind of rampant nonsense, and I feel like it's a precursor to getting things like the Monty Python.
Yes.
Did anyone in the room watch the Hulu series?
It's great.
Is it
really fun.
Yeah?
I
heard it was good.
It's everybody you think he should work with, and it's written just as silly. I highly recommend it. It is really... It does a good job of carrying.
It's like when you see
when there was a Spaceballs cartoon.
No.
Oh, yes.
Spaceballs cartoon. I think it was on G4. It was abysmal.
Oh my God.
There are plenty of YouTube channels that do like a history of them, just what the episodes were. Yeah.
I feel like there needs to be an episode just covering cartoons you didn't know got made from movies. Or properties. I didn't realize there was a Darkstalkers cartoon, the video game.
Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that either.
Jim Carrey had like 3 cartoons.
The Mask.
There was Dumb and Dumber, Mask, and Ace Ventura as well.
Ventura,
yeah.
God damn. You're racking it up.
My other hipster take is going to be silent movie.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Because I think if you get a chance, anybody who's listening to this, if you get a chance, go look up any of Marty Feldman's work in the UK. Sorry, Rivers, I don't mean to mention the UK.
Bring up a sore subject.
Oh,
here.
no.
But
it's their
Marty Feldman is so good.
It's their indiscretions at trivia.
Yeah.
The real problem with these people.
They're two representatives.
This is Silver Lake.
Trivia
It's
night.
the Silver Lake
It's
British I have an issue with. It's not the British.
But Marty Feldman is so good, and he's given a chance to really shine in that movie in the way that he's not played as much of a sidekick or just sight gag for himself.
Right.
But yeah, he's just really
Pardon the
funny.
pun on sight.
Jesus Christ.
That's a straight up Young Frankenstein joke right there.
It's another great slice of LA kind of movie that I highly recommend. Anyway.
All right.
Sam, what you got?
I got Robin Hood Men in Tights, #1. 2 Blazing Saddles, 3 Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
Hard to fuck with that list.
I mean, that's the shit we grew up with. I would say honorable mention.
Dracula Dead and Loving It. No.
That's the one I've never seen.
I've never seen it, but I love both. I love Leslie Nielsen so much, and I love Mel Brooks, so I don't know why I haven't seen it.
When I was a kid, I loved Leslie Nielsen, and I watched almost everything he was in.
Naked Gun, perfect trilogy movie.
Yeah.
He's like, it's just after Spy Hard. It's where he, instead of starts playing it straight, he starts hamming it up.
Yeah.
It's just like, Police Squad is him at his best, but there's still some really funny stuff in the movie. I do highly recommend rewatching it.
I could listen to him dryly recite dialogue all day long and laugh my ass off at it. But I was going to say, High Anxiety.
Yes.
High Anxiety is
the Hitchcock.
The Hitchcock that Mel stars in, like Silent Movie. He's the star of it.
Yeah.
It's like an equivalent to it is Top Secret. The Zaz Brothers movies after Airplane,
right.
Which is great, and Val Kilmer was the lead in it, and it's like so would be more highly acclaimed if it didn't just come after like a classic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I saw Top Secret for the first time a few years ago. That movie's really fun.
Oh, it's so fun.
It's got like really amazing bits in it.
Their commitment to the gags is just the underwater saloon fight.
I was about to say that's like, that was the point in the movie that like killed. He's like fighting a guy. They go over a bridge and then they're in the water and they're fighting in the water. Then they get to the bottom of the water and it's an Old West saloon. And they just have an Old West saloon fight underwater, and it's just sort of like, oh my, like where are you going to keep going? You know?
Amazing.
And that's the what's the lead in Spaceballs? I always felt he had Val Kilmer and
Bill Pullman.
Bill
Pullman is bringing that Val Kilmer energy to Spaceballs.
The silly, dashing kind of guy.
Yeah.
In my mind, Val Kilmer in Top Secret reminds me of Philip J. Fry from Futurama. He even has like a Fry type line where I'm gonna get it wrong, but it was. The punchline to is like, wow, that would be enough salt to last forever. And it was just like took like the wrong. I was like, that sounds like a Fry line. Yeah.
We got time for one more. This is also Andy's top 3 albums that could be turned into musicals.
Okay.
All right. So I am straight up stealing my number 3 from Dr. Pat. Posted this in the Discord. He said The Replacements, Let It Be, which
Ooh.
So just
And I was to clarify, this could be either the story told in the album or the story around the album.
or taking disparate songs and weaving together some sort of theme. Because
Sure.
That's what I was saying. Is like
Like a girl from North Country, like the Bob Dylan.
Right. Like I was saying, like any good writer could be able to weave together a random list of songs. Let It Be has the dynamics that you would want in a good play. It's got serious sing-along potential on things like Senior Video and I Will Dare. It's got drunken emotionalism on something like Unsatisfied, and it's also got the song Androgynous, which is years ahead of its time, and I'd love to see the boys get their credit there. And
Great
then
song.
it has dumb as rocks goofiness, like Tommy gets his tonsils out and Gary's got a boner. The main thing I want to see is just the story of The Replacements. And again, I'm stealing this line from Dr. Pat, but it's fucking true, and I think about it all the time. He said they are the ratio of like the stupidest people to the greatest art is probably The Replacements. Where it's like dumb people can make great art, but The Replacements are the dumbest and the greatest for the chasm between those two things.
You know what my play for that would be?
What's that?
It'd be in a play, and a guy just brings out a stereo, and they press play, and that's where you.
Yeah.
Oh, the very stop making sense.
Right, yeah.
The main highlights I would want to see in this play is them getting banned from SNL because they got way too drunk and started singing "Kiss Me on the Butt" instead of "Kiss Me on the Bus" because they're children.
I was gonna say.
And then, of course, the funniest thing, they got mad at their record label and they were like, "We're gonna go break into the studio, steal our album, and throw it into the fucking Mississippi River because fuck those guys." So they do that, and then the album comes out because they're a record studio. They made double. Of course, they fucking made more than one. Yeah. Just emotionally throwing the tapes into the river at the Pillsbury factory, which is where that happened, by the way. Shout out to Paulo for taking me there when I was in Minneapolis. But and then the album still comes out. I think it's Pleased to Meet Me, if I'm not mistaken. But so that's number 3. Number 2, where I was going with this. The Mollusk by Ween. We went and saw Ween together, John Ungaro and I. My idea, the main character is a idiot savant dancer, and he finds a mollusk who lets him breathe underwater. The surreal songs are underwater psychedelic insanity. The more reality-based songs are when he comes up for air and has to deal with real shit. So, fantasy fun songs like Polka Dot Tail, and then he comes up for air and it's the Blarney Stone and Waving My Dick in the Wind. Real shit. And then number 1, and this is real. As soon as you asked this question in the Discord, this was the first thing that came to mind. Leonard Skinner's first album, Pronounced Leonard Skinner from 1973. First track, I Ain't the One.
Badass album.
It's time for me to move along. That's one of the lines. The hero's journey begins. Track 2, Mourning for Things Lost. That's, of course, Tuesday's Gone with the Wind, baby. Can't get that back. Number 3, Real World Danger steps into the play. Give me 3 steps. A man with a gun catches you fucking around with his lady. Number 4, Simple Man. Do this for me, son, if you can. But you can't. That's the whole thing. Once you leave the fucking farm, you can no longer be a simple man, which is evidenced by the next track, which is Things Going On.
You know who you get to write the music for this?
Who's that?
Patterson Hood.
Straight up, yeah. Absolutely. Bring him in here. No, I mean, I would just use the actual songs like that.
Yeah, they're still a band too.
Like that next song, Things Going On. The whole thing is, it's the realities of poverty, and it's about white privilege as well. If you've ever been to that ghetto, if you've ever felt the cold wind blow, well, you should stand up and scream if you know what I mean, because there's things going on that you don't know. Number 6, a violent, id-driven psychopath going back to the South for a hero's journey gone wrong. Mississippi Kid. I got my pistols in my pockets, baby. I'm Alabama bound. The person you have to face at the end of the day is the shadow version of yourself. Some vision of what you could have been or should have been had you not followed the righteous path. And the song Mississippi Kid is about a guy who's going back to the South to kill people. So you encounter this man on the trail in some way so you can see what your path would have been if you were resorting to violence. And then, of course, cap it off with Freebird. Who doesn't love Freebird? Anyway, John, what do you got?
For the first one, and probably my only commercially viable idea.
Nice.
And that's, I am shocked.
Are you saying Leonard Skinner pronounced as a musical isn't commercially viable?
I mean, somebody will like it.
I'm shocked they never tried to make like a jukebox musical of Ben Folds' catalog.
Ooh, yeah.
You got one of mine.
Because all his stuff sounds like musicals.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which the album?
The album I'm going with Rock in the Suburbs. I think.
Ooh, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember and I was like, I'd say like the height of me being a fan of him was probably like in high school.
Yeah.
I actually remember like thinking like, oh, can you do like a jukebox musical with that? And I feel like Rock in the Suburbs is probably the one you could do it best with.
Yeah.
A lot of the tracks are like about characters specifically.
Oh, yeah.
And so, and like the opening track, like Annie Waits, that sounds like an opening to a play. And,
Yeah.
like,
Oh, definitely.
and you have other great songs on. Well, you got the really sad song, Fred Jones Part 2.
Fred Jones too. You got the luckiest for
The
a wedding
Luckiest,
scene.
The great, at the very end, Fired. Like that would be a fire musical.
Yeah.
Like with like
I would insist on including the Japanese B-side Heroes song, which is
never heard that
that's my favorite song on that fucking record, and they don't have it on any goddamn streaming. Anyway,
Was it only released in Japan?
back in the day when they would release CDs in Japan, they would throw on a couple extra tracks, and this was a Japanese release. So in Japan, it is
Guess
part of the track list.
America has to pay them back somehow.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's the least we could do.
For number 2, I'm a fan of Father John Misty, and
Oh yeah, there
Hell
you go.
yeah, I love
I
it.
think you could make a musical out of God's Favorite Customer.
Okay, yeah.
Is that album? I guess he made it when
That's after I Love You, Honey Bear, right?
that's after Pure Comedy.
Pure comedy. Gotcha.
And this, well, although I heard him on a talk show talking about how Pure Comedy was going to be a musical, and then he bailed on it.
I will say that sounds like the title of Mike Mirbiglia's next show, God's Favorite Customer.
I believe he made this album when he was just at a low mental health wise, and he was isolating himself in a hotel. And I feel like you could do like a sort of 8.5 sort of thing where the whole musical takes place in that hotel room, and you can have people from his life drift in and out in a surreal way, and you could do music that way. That you could bring in the songs that way. And then for my third pick, I would go with Electroshock Blues by the Eels.
Oh, fuck yes.
Cool.
I'm also a big
Love that
Eels
record.
fan. That's a great record. That's an album Mark Everett made when in the same year he lost his mother to cancer and his sister to suicide while she was also in a mental health facility.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like you could make them. It would be the Iron Claw of musicals.
Yeah. Actually, any
So you're
Eels
saying-
record,
Yeah,
pretty
basically.
much.
Yeah,
So you're
yeah.
saying ragtime.
Yeah. And I don't know. Those are 3 that I think I could make into a musical.
Fuck yeah. Carter, what you got?
First of all, I think this would be commercially viable. Saint Anger.
Stanger,
Metallica.
baby. Yeah.
Stanger. And you basically do like a musical rendition of some kind of monster.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Like, think about it.
Greatest
Like,
documentary ever
of all time.
Oh, yeah.
And like, like have like Lars and James like yelling arguments at each other, but
Yeah.
singing it too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Can I pitch something?
Yeah.
It's Saint Anger. It's some kind of monster, but it's the different departments at a Guitar Center.
It's the
It's the drum department, and like I don't know. And it's
No,
like,
we're taking the snares off the snare drum.
And then, like-
it's a good idea.
it's them trying to get this it's like an HR meeting where they have to
Right.
sit down with the mediator and for the departments to get along with each other.
I want the drums to all sound like congas.
I mean, like, yeah, there's like a bunch of like, there's a like they go to the Echo Brain concert, like the Jason Newsted concert.
Echo Brain's the future.
Echo Brain is the future, and but there's like a really synth heavy song where it's like Echo Brain is the future, Echo Brain is the future, and like a bunch of robots come out, and it's like there's like families being like, pass me that Echo Brain album, honey, and like you really take every stupid line from that movie and turn it into like a big fucking musical
We
song.
need to get the Julie Taymor. We need to get Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark to do this. It needs
Yeah.
to be
There-
the most crazy.
There definitely needs to be Lars needs to be in the play, and he's just like, this Surge energy drink is really going to have staying power. This Napster is shitty.
They have to
Nobody
fight Sean
wants-
Fanning from Napster.
Yeah, nobody wants online music.
Of course. Well, and
I
keep
must
it true,
stop drinking. I must stop drinking. That riff was fucking stock.
And in keeping true with the documentary, you have to have the big Napster thing, and then the following scene needs to be Lars Ulrich making a cool $5 million in an afternoon selling off some paintings.
Absolutely. Have Ja Rule come in and they do "We Did It," the Biker Boys song.
Joe Berlinger has to secretly hate those guys, right?
For sure.
I feel like you watch that dog, you're just like, I think Joe Berlinger hates these guys.
People want to know what Metallica's really like, so Joe's gonna let them know.
They need to do that. They need to do that show where Axl Rose refuses to go out and play.
Yeah, there we go.
He gets
Montreal.
injured, and
That leads me to my second
Riot.
choice, Chinese Democracy by Guns N' Roses.
Yes.
yeah.
Just the most dramatic albums ever created.
Talk about facing off with yourself. It's Slash in a solo contest with Buckethead.
Yeah, it's like a Dark Night of the Soul kind of Sam Shepard play sort of vibe, but it's like them trying to get like a Slash solo the whole time.
I just assumed that Buckethead was Slash in disguise.
Buckethead and Slash like fighting each other.
I thought it was him in disguise.
In a snake pit. Slash's snake pit.
And then Axl Rose is on like fucking like stilts and he's like shooting shirts out of a gun out of a t-shirt
He's
cannon.
you have to face off with Buckethead. He's sitting in a throne behind. He's gonna face off with him the moment that he defeats Buckethead.
Whenever Chinese Democracy is brought up, I must bring up this thing. So apparently, Axl Rose and the lead singer of The Offspring hated each other. And this was Chinese Democracy still a long ways from ever coming out. And I guess Dexter Holland was going to spite Axl Rose, who's going to name an Offspring album Chinese Democracy.
Hell yeah.
But he ended up, he backed out of it, but it was just like, man, that would have been the funniest thing ever. the funniest spite move.
And it was called Pretty Fly for a White Guy
Oh,
instead.
man.
Yeah.
And now you know the rest of the story.
Number 3 is just not as good as the other two, but you know, it's fine. First of all, I will say I was going to say the Shag's Philosophy of the World.
Holy shit.
Has already been made into a musical.
What?
It has
Really?
been made into a musical. I checked. Which is the best story behind that album is fucking great.
Kinda.
Well, it's horrible, but
a dad abused his children into making an album
because his mother read his palm and said that you're going to have a trio of daughters who are going to be in a famous
They're going to
band.
make you rich.
And he became insanely driven by that, and he took them out of school, and I mean it was crazy. But it kind of became a cult following. But it's
Foot. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, my pal Foot.
My
pal Foot
or whatever.
But Prince Paul's A Prince Among Thieves. You ever listen to this album?
Yeah. Okay.
It's great. It's like they actually have all these like really defined character roles in it. It's like a really cool. It's the closest thing to like a rap opera.
Okay.
And it's badass. That's the only one I would seriously consider to be.
All right.
Well, I don't know. You know what? Stanger as a musical would be pretty. People
That
would go.
would be pretty great.
People would go.
You'd almost have to do other Metallica songs because Stanger is not listenable.
We do a Stanger Lulu combination.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
You flash back to other parts. If he has to face off against himself, he has to face off against himself from like the Black Album.
Totally, yeah. Oh, he has to fight Bob Rock. I mean, the whole angle.
The Happy Ever After is them recording the first song on Lulu.
I would cut my legs and tits off if I could be like Boris Karloff. Actual first line of that
They
song.
play Enter Sandman, and the actual Sandman comes out.
Oh, there we go. What you got, Andy?
I'll go at number 3. Another Ben Folds, the unauthorized biography of Reinhold Messner.
Hey, there we go.
The only reason I can't think of why there isn't a Ben Folds musical now is because I think the people who are old enough to want to see that can't afford to go see theaters because none of us make money.
Is it Rocking the Suburbs, or is it the unauthorized biography that has Brick or Army?
Unauthorized is Ben Folds 5, and that's Army. The previous record, Whatever Never Amen, is Brick is track 2.
Army's on the unauthorized.
Yeah.
That's the one that is the gem. It's just like, I mean, it's 1-to-1. I thought about the Army.
Yeah.
And it's I mean, like, the only other person who does like that, like, narrative stuff is Rivers Cuomo is just as good at it. I mean, you know, what is Pinkerton was supposed to be a space musical. I'm not choosing that. I'm just moving right along. I want to say Green Day's Dookie, I think would make a better. Like,
it'd be better than American Idiot, I think.
And they're already in the business of making musicals out of their records. So
yeah, it's already there.
It's a she screams in silence. There's Longview. There's him by himself. Basket Case. It's a narrative of teen angst.
And so much of that record is singles.
I think they need to put the musical out just to have Basket Case for me to get an answer from the band why the gender of the whore changes in Basket Case from he to she.
He said that I'm a bore, so quit my whining because it's bringing her down.
And it dashes around because he came to see it. Anyway, y'all look it up. But like
this
when
should
I
be
come
in
around,
the musical.
Yeah, there we go. It's about a person with like multiple
everybody gets up
personalities.
close like somebody's about to do the talk singing part.
There we go.
Do you end it with the "I was all by myself"? Like that
No,
thing?
I know. I just want to either do. I'm going to do a quick tie at the drive-in's relationship of command.
Fuck yeah!
All of the like that has so much imagery that's like there's I always say it sounds like Event Horizon. A good chunk of that album is like Skin Graft, Machinery, Sputnik, Sickle Down to Indiscreet.
Yeah, so visceral, such visceral language. Yeah,
it's all specific, but I'm gonna give my real answer. It's Beck's Midnight Vultures.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Just to get Deborah, just to get Deborah on stage.
Let's get Deborah famous for something other than a Kevin Spacey movie.
But yeah, I think that would be really fun. Anyway,
hell yeah, Sam, what do you got?
Dude, first of all, you should make the South Park Chef Aid album into a musical.
They did. It was an episode.
And I thought of that as a joke, but then it led me into a real answer, which would be funny. And I don't think every song in a musical has to further the story or anything.
No.
Because this would be a great album. Woodstock 99 Live.
This is Robbie Krieger from The Doors, y'all.
Dude,
that's how we start.
Me and you need to be like, we need to start making these musicals. We're like, we want to make musicals out of the shittiest moments in musical history.
Yeah. just trash culture musicals. I
Can
love
we
this.
do the Family Values tour?
I mean, that could work for one too.
I keep listening to Cambodia. That's like a really good unreleased Limp Bizkit. Anyway, sorry.
I had that album.
that record.
Dude,
It's a banger. Okay, all right.
And Filter's Welcome to the Fold
How
is on there.
many of y'all remember The House of Pain?
I will, I will upload it and share it to the Discord. A friend of mine, Edwina Hay, great photographer in New York, scanned the entirety of the program from Woodstock 99. So I have the whole PDF of the program, and you can see all the mistakes that are going to happen in print.
All
It
right.
is wild.
Let's get these dudes really angry, and then we'll bring up Jewel. It's a great idea.
You see the problems everywhere, but you also see the parts that were left out. Anyway,
That's why there's more than one documentary about Woodstock 99, because it's just such a glaring...
Why do I love Jonathan Davis now? He's like the most calm and understanding person.
He went in there to do a job, and then he left.
He left it all out there, too.
I like
Yeah, he
the
did.
one,
He's
I like
just
the
good
one
in the
where
documentary.
it was just Moby was really still butthurt over a bad setting.
Oh,
of 30
yeah.
years
Oh,
ago.
yeah. They don't acknowledge you were a part of it.
What's funny is that like my friends who have all said, and they don't show performance from him, and all my friends who have booked him have said we had to set up synths, and they weren't connected to anything. And I was like, oh, that's why there's no pictures, there's no performance from Moby recorded.
I remember when those Woodstock docs are coming out, Fred Durst had maybe the greatest, dumbest deflection I've ever seen anyone pull, where he just started dressing like an old man.
Oh, yeah.
The week those came out, so nobody was going to hold his feet to the fire on anything. It's like, hey, look, Fred Durst is dressed like an old man now.
Well, they didn't he said, as far as I remember, he said, like, they never reached out to me.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, well, he's like the main character of the whole goddamn story. What do you mean?
I think it's the HBO one that finally showed what was going on in the rave tent, and
The Fatboy Slim thing, yeah.
All people's like, I was playing, and then all of a sudden I see an ambulance coming towards me, and an ambulance is driving. People like gremlins taking over like a car. They've driven an ambulance to the middle of the floor. People, just high people. And then Fatboy Slim's like, I immediately knew I needed to get out of there. He called it.
So many great story points, and then none of this. They're just great music too. You know,
Yeah.
all the greatest music of Woodstock '99 in a musical.
Anyway, keep going.
Sorry.
James Brown, Limp Bizkit, Dave Matthews Band.
Everything. And
Oleander.
okay, and here's I ran into a problem. Carter included a rap album. I wanted to do the same. The issue is no rap musical has been made that was good and not cringy as fuck.
What was it?
What about Hamilton?
Carmen was not good. Carmen was not fucking good.
Wait, what was Carmen?
It's a hip hop tried to make a hip opera, or fucking MTV tried to make a hip opera.
Oh my god, I remember
with
that.
Steph and Beyonce, and it was fucking horrible.
Are you saying that Idlewild's not a great hip hop musical?
Oh boy,
That's the thing. You start once you get into the realm of dancing and rapping at the same time, it doesn't look
multitasking.
Good. It doesn't look good. Also, rap is not conducive to.
That was a requirement at the wine bar I work at, that I be able to do both at the same time.
I will say Camp Lo's Uptown Saturday Night would be a really great fucking a narrative one. Anyway, keep going.
I mean, there's a ton of ones that would be great narrative ones, but there's no way to pull them off without being like
Kendrick
okay,
Lamar kind of did that on those award shows. He makes it out like it's a musical and shit.
But that's not the same. Doing a performance of one song isn't the same as putting.
But could you
together a
extrapolate
story.
that to a story?
The little Uzi Vert stuff that you were playing does sound like it could maybe work.
Yeah, but you could say that about every single fucking song.
Yeah, when the specific prompt was jukebox musical, meaning you have to weave a story through it. So if you had the shit that everybody does where it's I'm on Broadway and they have a big production for a concert, essentially, then that's different. You could absolutely do Kendrick Lamar or any number of musicians with that as the setup. But if you're talking about actually weaving a real narrative and having actors and singers and people,
you can't just be okay, we're doing a serious story. Now the Jabberwockies are going to come out and dance around me while I try to further the story of this musical.
Chance the Rapper's acid rap could work.
No, absolutely not. There's none. There's none that wouldn't be bad.
I got two things to say. So first off, did you hear that Kendrick Lamar is making a musical with Trey Parker and Matt Stone?
I heard this.
Oh, man. It's going to be called BBL Drizzy Fuck Drake all day long, which is going to rule.
I'm fine with it.
It's going to rule.
And then the second thing, just thinking when you said the Jabberwockies come and just start. It reminds me. I had a friend who texted me out of nowhere, and he goes, "Hey, I have a free ticket to see Kanye West's opera at the Hollywood Bowl.
Fuck, you went to that?
Do you want to go?" I'm like, "Yes, I absolutely want to go."
Oh, I'm so jealous you went to that.
Oh my god, yeah, it was mostly people in white robes doing interpretive dance.
Yeah.
Kind of like Sunday service, then.
No, but he's not there, right?
No, Kanye was off stage just reading from the book of Daniel the entire time. And he never came out on stage. And I've never seen such a large amount of people walk away quiet and disappointed. In my life.
Would you say they were heartbroken and the 818?
Absolutely, I would say that.
Holy shit.
So I'm gonna just say Woodstock '99 blank. Because I can't I'm not going to bullshit my way and be like, no, and then they're going to make this rap album into a musical and it won't be cringy as fuck.
Yeah.
Not possible.
Yeah.
Just not possible.
There has to be a Nardwuar. Isn't that weird Canadian presenter?
Yeah.
He has to be the just cosmic jester.
You can always tell who's cool by who plays along with Nardwuar.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyone who doesn't play along with Nardwuar is usually a bad person.
Henry Rollins still hasn't recovered from his encounter.
Was it
He didn't play along?
Oh, he's such a dick to him. Yeah,
You feel
the
like
first
you know
time.
better. Yeah.
There's the hand puppet too. Wasn't there a hand
Are
puppet?
you talking about Triumph, the insult comic dog that Eminem got mad at?
There's another one.
I thought he loved. They were friends.
There you go.
I thought.
They became, you know why?
Boom,
though?
musical.
They became friends because Eminem had such a bad reaction to him at the VMA Awards. He was like, "What the fuck is this?" Everyone was making fun of Eminem because he didn't know what Triumph was. So then he called Robert Smigel, was like, "Let's do something so I don't seem like such an uncool fucking
There should be a
loser.
musical about the rise of the Cash Money millionaires.
It should just-
Think of it.
A musical about Eminem when he was releasing Relapse or Rehab, and he fucking did the Crank Yankers music video. Get the Crank Yankers
Ass like that. Put respect on ass like that.
Get some.
Where he goes, my slinky goes, but doing, 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 doing.
Oh,
I worked in a juice kitchen, and they played that song so many times.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to rip my hair out. I hate that song so much.
It's so bad.
If there's ever been like the sound of a career low point, it is that song.
Doesn't he rap in a Cartman voice or something in that song?
No, it's Triumph he's doing, isn't it?
He's doing Triumph all the time.
Yeah.
Slim Shady is coming out with a new Slim Shady Show album.
Oh, yeah.
And it is.
Yeah.
And my coworkers were so overjoyed. They're like, he's really gonna stick it to him, and I was like, this is gonna be bad. He's got kids, and he apparently rips on his kids.
Yeah, he does say "fuck my kids" at some point. That's,
Eminem's got like a weird beard that doesn't look real.
It looks spray painted on.
I feel like I could go up to him and just pull the beard right off his
It does
face.
look spray painted
It's
on.
dyed like a motherfucker. His hair, he'd be getting white hair
You know
if he
what?
didn't dye
You know
it
what he looks
constantly.
like? Do you ever remember the old sketch show, the Andy Dick Show?
Oh, God,
Whatever
yeah.
happened to
Do you
that
remember-
guy?
do you remember the sketch where like him and Tom Green switch places?
Yes, I'm the brat.
It's Eminem looks like when Andy Dick was cosplaying as Tom Green. Now that's what it looks like.
Holy shit. Well, that's our top three. If you have top three lists you wish us to populate and opine upon, please either tweet at us at The Goods Pod or join the damn Discord, linktree.com/The Goods Pod.
My name is Hero, I am 51. Since 1980, life has been no fun, and I don't wanna die. I left my family for the secretaries. I don't wanna grow old. Won't you let me explode? I don't wanna grow old. Won't you let me explode? In a karaoke supernova, yeah.
Y'all, we have time for just one more segment, and boy, y'all are going to be able to name this motherfucker in one note. Oh, yeah, it's summertime, baby. It's time for the boss, Bruce damn Springsteen.
Who
Is he
here?
a summertime artist?
Yeah, I think so.
I would say so.
Yeah. Glory Days, a song about baseball.
I look like the cover of Born in the USA right now. I have my ball cap in the back of my jeans.
Hell yeah. Nice belt. Some,
Nice close up of my supple ass.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's going to be quite a few ass comments on this one.
Yeah. Boy, his butt, and I was a young girl once. And
Oh, yeah.
that whole thing.
Well, this song, of course, from the album Born in the USA, which turned 40 last week. It's released in
Well, he's
1984.
70. What? How old is he now?
70s something? I don't know.
That album is old enough to work 3 jobs.
That's right. Yeah.
It's
Have the factory.
it's old enough to say "Born in the USA" as a response to all questions about race.
I found out this video is directed by Brian De Palma.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Nice.
Somebody in the comments said that they were in St. Paul, Minnesota, and they just shot it like 6 times.
I mean,
over and over.
this is after Scarface. Like sometimes they just gotta slum it and do something like this for money.
Oh, I bet Brian De Palma's a fan. This is Coke doing music here, man.
Coke doing.
Yeah.
So you're talking about. So you're saying this is business music.
I'm saying the man who directed Scarface would enjoy this song.
This is idea music.
I think Rivers is right. He somehow took so much coke, he called someone who was like, "Give me Bruce Springsteen's number," and then Bruce answers like, "Bruce, anything you need, I got you, dude.
Give me Bruce Springsteen's number and give me a jet and also give me an enchilada."
I believe if a conservative made this album today, it would be called "Where Are You Really From?"
Yeah. Be like that movie Civil War.
Well, this song, Dancing in the Dark, has 373 million views, 62,114 comments, and yo, I read every goddamn last one of them. So let us now dive down into the YouTube comments for Bruce Springsteen's Dancing in the Dark. First up, Marcellus Valera from 1 year ago. Memories. coming back.
Power coursing through my veins.
Ooh, that crush. Leslie Stella, the cheerleader. Ooh, that chica. Shit, man.
That sounds like what Ultimate Warrior sounds like at the age of 70.
Oh, yeah.
This was the music video that had Courtney Cox in it.
Indeed. Oh, yeah. Courtney Cox gets pulled up on stage. There was quite a few comments that were like, I always thought she was a fan. It turned out she was a fucking actress. Bruce Springsteen's bullshit, man. You're like, they're not bringing your ugly ass up there. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen.
Carter, do you have an Ultimate Warrior?
Oh, God.
I grabbed the yoke of that cockpit of innovation and I fly it into the building.
You will not test the Ultimate Warrior, for the warrior will dance in the dark. Oh, God.
We're going to get out of this town.
Roque Tesseriri from 5 years ago. I am from Italy. Bruce. Bruce is half Italian. And his wife, Patty, too. Is awesome when we not mix the races too much.
Oh, Jesus.
We have all the diversity we need.
What'd I say?
Mediterranean pride worldwide. It's me.
I'll tell you what. Mario in the streets, Mussolini in the sheets.
Eldar Dragon 5 years ago. I wish I was...
Not Elder.
Eldar. I wish I was born in 1960 in America. It was so simple. Have some grade, have a work home, have a wife and kids. But what have I in 2019?
But what have I?
College degrees, loneliness, empty home, and thoughts who don't want a family.
Yeah, dude, I don't think the time period is the issue here. He would have been a loser in the 60s,
I can't tell if he
too.
was from a different place and it was in 1960 in America. Makes it sound like he's British because Eldar Dragon is like some Warhammer shit.
Oh, okay.
That would make him British.
No, that you can be a loser in America, too.
Nuh-uh.
Rivers doesn't think so.
Laurie Kendrick 5 years ago. Bruce never looked better than in this video. His heel-toe dancing is interesting, but the way he looked in that shirt, those jeans, my. This came out when I was still young and thin and had a blast furnace for a metabolism. I could eat a one-a-day vitamin and be farting nails an hour later. I don't know. I know it's disgusting.
I always assumed he would not have groupies because his legs are just absolutely pitched raw from denim. You could see the muscle moving below his leg. There's so many layers of skin that have been rubbed off.
I just love that phrase, fart nails an hour later. That's good.
You're taking a supplement?
Yeah. It's like, okay.
I feel her pain. I know what
got a little tribute here. Mr. Bob the Rapper from 11 years ago. Clarence Clemens. That's the saxophone player, of course. Clarence Clemens, the Duke of Paducah, the big man, the big kahuna,
Making copy.
big cheese.
the kahuna of surf and soul, the biggest author you've ever seen.
There he is. My big man.
The biggest man you've ever seen.
So proud.
Mr. Hollywood, the master of disaster. The master of the whole motherfucking universe.
Whoa.
King of the world.
One of these nicknames has to stick.
The biggest king of London.
Okay.
This sounds like Paul Heyman introducing Roman Reigns.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first real black president of USA. R.I.P. CC. We miss you, man. East Street for life. So yeah, shout out to the great Clarence
Obama,
Clemens.
you faker.
Yeah. It's really big man, dude. It's big man all day long.
Big
Come on.
cheese. Head honcho.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like from Airplane.
Yeah.
He's the band now. The Big Cheese. The head honcho. He's the one in charge.
I picked the wrong day to quit reading comments.
Thomas Jefferson. Celebrity in the house from 4 years ago. Do you see how clear this video is? It's 40 years old, 1980, and yet those shitty pictures that NASA shows us of space. Looks like a 10-year-old filmed it with a 100-year-old camera. Do you think those bastards are lying to everyone? You can take it to the bank. They are. So this man has such a diseased brain that he saw this Bruce Springsteen video, was like, they're lying about the moon landing. They're lying about it.
I like the idea that Thomas Jefferson came to the future, I love Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
But then he's like, got really staunch views about only liking from like 1950 to 1960.
Couple references to the line. He says, this gun's for hire. There's various interpretations of that. I own a gun. I like guns.
You can pay me to shoot people with it.
I'm a gun for hire.
I was born from a gun.
I am divorced and I have a gun. Fallen Angel 69, 12 years ago. This gun's for hire.
Fallen Angel 69?
Yeah. This gun's for hire. Pretty sexy. I'm also hiring.
That is 100%
All right.
Fallen Angel 69 at AOL.com.
Classic.
Shaw 11, 5 years ago. The gun for hire is his dick. It's probably not even that big. All right, guy. All right.
He's a prostitute in this
He's
song.
cruising.
I guess.
This was the theme to Midnight Cowboy.
Jamie Racino, 7 years ago. This gun's for hire. Or his body with the gun to G.
What was that last part again?
JOOOOJIIIJUUUJIII. So, Juji.
I think passed out when they were writing that gun.
Yeah, that's a clear, like face on keyboard.
I believe that's the name of one of the cats in a Miyazaki movie.
That sounds right.
Got a couple more here. Vanessa Princip, who previously appeared in our Mambo number 5 and
Hey,
White
Vanessa.
Wedding. Good to have you back from 1 year ago. Sandy has destroyed a room crying boo hoo hoo. Filth in a room. Sick Sandy. Sick. Bad role model.
You talking about Hurricane Sandy?
I think she's talking about a person.
How long ago was this? The comment made?
This is a
Back
year
when
ago.
slam poetry was popular.
I got her sacked in 2022. Myself and Deborah laughing. Kramer has spread so much shit for Susan about us. And I do just
George
imagine
Costanza?
it is. Yeah, it is Michael Richards. Sue told us she hates the both of you. You have a tight scrunchie around her neck. I yell, "What's up?" Bruce doesn't find me sexually attractive, and now he's told all the parents. Susan was absolutely disgusted. This one's for the ladies. Sorry. Could you get rid of that cunt, Renee?
Vanessa, I think I speak for all of us. Whatever.
When I say a little bit of Monica
In my life.
a little bit, go back to that one.
Somewhere a group text between a bunch of wives just got, I really like this song.
Vanessa doesn't know anybody.
she messaged, yeah.
And finally, Irene Imani from 7 years ago. With the right dancing partner, I can give my all-time high performance one more time. Even at this advancing age, with a weight of 97 pounds, family members are so critical of my dancing. Maybe that's because I have the moves, as people say.
Maybe it's because you weigh nothing and you could hurt yourself really easy.
Hey, that's none of their business.
He's a skeleton. He's got work in a haunted house.
When I got to Boston back in 2004, I gave my all-time high pub performance at Roxy in Tremont Street, Boston, MA. Where the fuck is that, John?
Right on.
Somebody called me Bill Burr.
I was under the influence of 3 or more bottles of Budweiser. I declined another one at that liquor counter. I don't know if that was caught on surveillance camera. If Madeline Bordallo learned about it and shared it with everyone. I recall a man gave his business card. His last name is Rodriguez. He did everything, but he was messing with my hair, touching me. But truthfully, I wasn't turned on. Perhaps it was the alcohol influence.
Jesus.
Is that the plot of a Lifetime movie?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The LaCroix guy again.
Yeah. And that was Bruce Springsteen's Dancing in the Dark, our jam of the week. John Ungaro, where can people find you on the internet?
I got a gram. Find me on said gram. The handle is Joe, Joungar. Joe Hunger. I got it because I worked at an Amazon warehouse and they mushed my name together to Joe Hunger, and I like that a whole lot.
Hell yeah. Andy Iwancio, where can people find you online?
At Andy Iwancio on all of the things. I have an album out on Kill Rock Stars called Better Living Through Chemistry. Buy it on the Bandcamp because it's better there and get more money.
Yeah. Carter, where can people find you online?
Carter_Glasscock is where you can find me on Instagram and Instagram alone. You can also, if you're in the Palm Springs area,
oh yes,
you can come out and see me at the Rock Gallery this Saturday night.
Hell yeah.
At 8 p.m. I'll be doing a little stand-up in the Palm Springs area, and I'm driving right back afterwards. So,
so you're not getting a hotel?
No, you know, and I'm not made of money, as it turns out.
It's a trek to drive there and back in a night.
It's 2 hours, but I got podcasts. I got time.
You say that, and then after that show in fucking Palm Springs, when
I
you're
was
like,
I'm like, I could pull a Rivers and be like, I'm going back.
I'm a Peppy and Harriet's.
Hey, look, I'm not saying
all the time.
I didn't do it. I fucking did it. But when you're coming back from Palm Springs in the fucking pitch black,
I love it.
You're not thinking this is the coolest thing I've ever done in my life.
Well, I'm also going to be drunk too.
Well, that'll help. That'll help.
Yeah, I figured drunk driving the middle of the pitch black desert.
Yeah.
I mean, this may be the last time you hear me alive.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to write a Queens of the Stone Age album about you.
I would love to be a Palm Springs local legend.
Sam, where can people find you online?
Sam Harder 666 on Instagram, Slam Harder on Twitter. July 10th, you can see me at Hot Date Comedy at the best comedy theater near you, or you could see me at the Drunken Stone Comedy Fest at the Buzz Barn. Same day. And the Drunken Stone Comedy Festival, the Drunken Stoner is getting married at his own comedy festival.
Is he going to be drunk?
What do you laugh? What's funny here? And you can buy tickets to his wedding.
That rules. I fucking love that. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rivers Langley. Best way to support this show, of course, if you're watching this, you're already doing it. Patreon.com/TheGoodsPod. If you're just listening, join us over there and you can watch the damn show. Second best way to support our show, head to Apple Podcasts, rate, review, and subscribe. Show the attitude of gratitude, because if you do not have the attitude of gratitude, daddy, Faygo guy is going to talk your goddamn ear off in a press release.
The Goods from the Woods was mixed, edited, and distributed by me, Rivers Langley. You can find the show on Twitter at TheGoodsPod. Our theme song was composed by DJ Smiles. Check him out on Twitter at DJ Smiles.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.